tea.
Cool.
I live on the West Coast.
Give me the chicken.
Yeah,
Chicken's
right
gonna
in
talk
South
tonight.
Carolina.
Give
Right
me
in
the
North
chicken.
Carolina.
The chicken's gonna talk tonight.
The chicken is holding my board flat.
Yo. They call me.
Yes, it is. 'Cause if I lift it up,
What?
it's... Oh, just
Where'd my
my...
phone go?
I can hear die.
Can you get those out of your ears so we can play the game? Stop putting things up your nose and just roll.
Stop shoving things in your body holes.
Can you roll?
Probably could.
Dad, you're gonna
Hey
have to kick Jackson
Chuck.
out of the
Hey
game.
Sonia.
Hey Chuck and Sonya.
Y'all see my phone?
Up your nose.
It was in that one spot.
Hey Alex.
It was in that one spot where you had it last.
Crazy.
Call it, Mark.
Or he doesn't
No.
Hey
Just
Mo.
because you made it swear out, I'm like,
No.
What up?
Roll,
Miss Sonia's
Christian.
here. Chuck, Alex, Mo.
Wow, I beat you.
Daddy,
I lost my
You got
phone.
4. Mario.
-8.
Daddy,
What?
can I have Kool-Aid?
I don't know if that's a good idea right next to the game.
I hear it. Over
I
here
hear the
somewhere.
watch. I hear that's the watch.
It's in the floor.
Is it?
Dang it.
Oh.
It fell down.
I was like, I hear it.
Bazinga.
I don't know. I'm just saying if it spills, the
I
whole
think it
game's
is,
ruined.
Mo. I've got it clipped back in a clip. I think it still looks good.
I got more than you.
3. Xavier, roll.
Christian, you got
Everybody
4.
talks about how good it looked today.
I'm 6. Alright, so
You don't
it's
even know which way
me, and then it goes left, right?
It goes.
I have to curl it every
Clockwise.
morning because it's straight as a stick
It's this way.
when
It's
I
clockwise.
get up.
No.
12.
She has to get up 3 hours earlier now.
Yes, then it would be me. I am
But I've
going
just
this
been
way.
coloring, like,
Your hairstyler did a great job.
curling
am
like the
Right.
bottom.
He is going this
I
way.
am the
I
6.
is right.
But no, you are the 12.
So I've been like curling
I would go
Like,
next.
like
upside
from
down.
here down.
No, it's not. 12, 1, 2.
12,
No.
12.
1,
Clock
2,
goes
yeah.
right.
Uh-oh, this is going to be a hairstyle show.
Counterclockwise.
Kevin! It might be.
Go
3.
right.
Mama said we have no idea what to do.
9,
1,
12.
2. It turns.
You
to
could
my
watch
right,
the
I'm
kids
looking
play
at it, it
Monopoly
turns to
behind
my
you.
right.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Y'all wanna
so
see a
it-
fight
but-
break out?
but-
They ain't
But
started
way
the game and we
clock
done
is
had 3
facing, If you're
fights.
facing and the clock is 12, 1.
Mine too,
Today
Mo.
is Aaron's
It goes left.
officially
But if
last
you are
day of
facing the
vacation
clock,
too.
It goes right.
I'm sad. I got to go work.
Okay.
But I will be next because he is 12.
Ramona
not
hope
me.
so.
Christian will be
What does
next.
Ramona
It's
hope?
like-
Oh, this is going to be a
It's a
hairstyle
hairstyle
show?
show.
Stop. Everybody stop.
Tell them they need to. They
Let's
should have
think
done
about
one, ladies'
So
night.
I'm obviously
Yeah.
going first. I'm the 12. And
What are y'all talking
I am
about?
facing the
It's
clock.
clockwise, right?
I
So
am
then it would be
facing the
me.
clock.
Clockwise is
Counterclockwise.
12 to the
It goes
right.
clockwise.
It goes to the right.
Yeah, and his right
No,
is
hold on,
this
which
way.
my right?
So it would be me.
He's 12.
He's 12.
And
So
then
that
I
makes
would be
1
one.
over
It
here.
makes-
That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's going left.
No,
That is
That's
my
his
left.
left.
it is your left.
Well, it depends on which way.
Yeah,
you
but
go.
Everybody
he's
holds
facing-
up. Everybody
If
holds
you're
up his
fa-
right arm.
He's facing. Okay, so he would be facing the back of the clock. Jackson is looking at the back side of the
You're
clock.
going right.
So it's
Chuck
going
goes in
in.
at 5 in the
No,
morning. That ain't no
Jackson is
good.
Mom just said
Jackson is the 12, so he is the.
Yeah, no.
the
You
back
see,
of
this
the
is
clock.
why we can't get anything done. Y'all hear this?
No, listen. Yeah, no, look, because
It's
I'm
not
facing the back of the
12
clock, and I'm the
here.
12.
It
right
doesn't
underneath
matter
you.
which way the 12's facing. If you're looking at the clock, 12 is here. This is
No, I'm the
clockwise.
12. Right
Yes,
underneath
that's what
me
I'm
to
trying to
this
say.
side is going to be the
The
one.
one, exactly. So,
So
it doesn't,
Christian goes next.
No.
it doesn't
Yes.
matter if it's
Mom
your right
just
or
said,
left.
hold up your right hand, and it.
You go right. So hold up your right hand and go right.
That's backwards.
No, it's not. If the
Yes,
clock
it
goes
is.
right,
Maybe if you're looking at the back of it.
Mom,
You
are you
can't
thinking
see
that
the
you're, are
clock
you
from the
looking,
back
are you
of it,
saying you're looking
Amari.
straight at the clock?
Mom is looking dead at the clock right now. The clock spins to your right, which is this way. So Christian is next.
It's not the 12's right or left. It's
You
based
go
on
right.
I'm the 12.
No,
your right.
you go
Your
right.
right.
Not his right.
Not his right, your right.
I know your right is Xavier.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
no.
he's going by your right.
It goes by
You
your
don't
right.
go by my right.
Yes, we're
You
going
go-
clockwise. We're going clockwise. So it would be your
Good
right.
night, everybody.
clockwise is me next.
No, it's
No,
not.
clockwise
Yes,
is
it
Christian
is.
next. Counterclockwise puts you
okay.
next.
Clockwise is this way.
This is.
Stop.
Just paper, rock, scissor it.
No.
No,
That's not
stop
how you
right now.
pronounce
Here,
the
I
game,
figured it
Carl.
out. I figured it out.
It's clockwise or
Stop.
counterclockwise.
Both of you guys hush. This right here is the clock. 12 is here.
Okay, then it would be X.
Then one
no,
would
no,
be
no, no, no,
here.
12 is here.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Because I'm 12.
Adjust it so you get your way
And
now.
12 is here.
Okay. Then
Because
one
I'm
will be
12,
over here.
And then
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
6 is at the bottom, Doobies.
12 is here. 6 is over here.
12 is at the top. 6 is over here where
Oh my
the 9
God.
should be.
12's right because that's
Okay, so
Everyone has a
Christian's
right to
going
be
in.
right, right?
Christian,
No,
6, 7,
Kevin.
8.
Clockwise is the right, counterclockwise. Thank you, Chuck.
You-
That's what I'm
That's
trying
how
to
it
tell him.
works.
We
is.
decipher.
We
You have to
decided.
circle
Wait,
the board
who's
once.
going first?
Me.
Okay,
'cause I was the highest.
then let
Christian
Christian
and
and Xavier roll and decide which way you're going. Christian, roll.
We just figured it out. I just decided.
Already decided.
No one.
Now-
Alright, Christian wins.
Xavier,
Xavier
roll.
can't get more than me.
Unless he gets the
Okay.
same.
No
now
one has
Christian's
any
next.
rights. Big E's going
It's
first.
literally the same way that we were going to
I
begin
can
with.
put Big E, a person on the board and play for
You
me.
want him to play for you, Big E? He'll
No, I
put
don't
you on
want
the
to
You're
do
board.
not allowed to play.
What?
I don't want to distribute.
He don't want to distribute.
I forgot Xavier stayed upstairs. If Xavier would have went downstairs, I would have done it.
Shoot,
No,
gosh.
can I have
This is why
Kool-Aid?
we can't get anything done in this house.
Don't get Kool-Aid because if you
We're
spill
not
it,
getting
the whole
Kool-Aid
game's
near the board.
10.
Because you'll be like Marianne. I don't spill drinks
I
in
don't
3
spill
seconds.
my drink.
So said she.
Oh, I might get some.
2. That's 2.
How much is the buy-in? Big E says.
Jackson.
10.
$20 a round.
You're on free parking. Or you don't have to
Have you
count
tried
Sorry,
the
doesn't know how to
Heatless
count.
Curls?
Technically, free parking, you don't actually get it.
Is that those, you know those things that you buy and it rolls?
That was her Mother's Day gift.
And you
curls
roll
by
like
birthday.
anything.
It's not
What's
it.
the heatless curls?
Any
You
kind
have
of
to-
way
from
that you
now on,
curl
it's
your
a
hair
roll.
without
You just
using a
drop
curling iron or a flat
It's not a
iron.
roll.
I have those things that you can buy on Amazon that
Roll
you,
one, dude.
Saying if it's
they're the
16
tube things and
No,
you
it's not chest.
take a
Why
piece of your
would
hair
you
and you
know
put it in there and you let it go and it curls and you sleep in them.
That's one way to do it.
That's the worst thing in the world.
It's so uncomfortable.
Says
It,
income
you
tax
can't
refund.
sleep in those. It hurts.
What
It
does
hurts
it say
my
to do?
head.
Collect
But
$20.
Then
I
you
would like to
don't
try
argue with him. Put it
that,
Well,
you
You
know
know when
that,
I had my hair
Well,
rolled
my
up over the
God.
bandana and tied
That
around
means
into
you
a bun,
collect.
I
Now,
was
do you
trying
want
to
your
get
$20
heatless
back or
curls.
no?
I've
Then
seen
give me my
people use
$20.
socks.
Put that back.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking,
I
like the
will.
robe
Put that back
thing
and I
or
will.
the string
Give
or
me
the
my money.
Put it back
the robe
and I
string
will.
or a towel where they put it down on their
Put it
hair
back.
and they
He'll give you your
roll their
money.
hair
I
on it
have to
and then
put
sleep
the
on it like
card.
that. I want to try that.
Here's your
You don't get to
20
keep it.
plus
He
the
will
20 you're
pay
supposed to
you.
get.
I got a card. I landed on the thing, so I should get the card.
And you got it.
Don't keep
Now
it.
put
You
it back
can
and
keep
get your
the card.
money.
No.
What's up is Aaron's allowing the kids to play Monopoly.
You're about to see me pull a mom and walk off on the
He's allowing Xavier
screen.
to play.
Shut up, Jackson.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Five.
While
And
we're
this is
live,
what they
I don't
wanted to do for
understand.
live. They wanted you all to watch this mess.
I didn't want to watch.
I'm about to
I
give
didn't
it to
want you
him.
to watch Monopoly.
Let y'all see what I
Because
deal
I
with.
know more
You should have sent him downstairs
Monopoly.
in the
It's
other
awful.
Monopoly, the worst.
Shut
Just
up.
look, just look, let's just
I don't understand why you want
Stop.
that on our live.
let's just take a few minutes and watch. Here, let's just
Roll, Christian.
we're just gonna be quiet. Just watch. Just watch. If my kids act like this, I'll quit the first day.
Welcome to Zen
If
Garden,
my kids act like this, I'm putting them up for adoption.
your peaceful meditation space.
Who started it? Is it my turn yet?
Close your eyes.
Go, Christian, go.
Clear your
Go,
mind.
Do you, Biggie? I thought adults
Focus
hated
on
Monopoly.
your breathing.
You must not be an adult. I used to love it.
3.
I think it's just a kid thing. They like it, and then once you hit a certain age, you're like, ugh,
X, your turn.
drives me nuts.
Feel relaxed yet?
Mo, he started when
No,
before
I
they
didn't.
even started Monopoly.
Now try adding.
Yeah, Kevin, you may get tired of this channel though.
Go back.
I was thinking today, I was like, some channels are like big fancy stores.
That wasn't 3.
You get like Walmart's or maybe like a big mall.
No,
So I
you
said
don't
we're
have to
kind of
go
like
all
big
that.
lots. You
Now
just
you
never
have
know
to
what
pay.
you're gonna get. Some of it's crap. Some of it might be
That's how you
okay.
count,
works.
honey.
Chuck, 3 days straight you played it? Oh my
That's
gosh.
disgusting.
You played Monopoly for 3 days
I
straight.
quit after an
Get the-
hour and a half.
No.
I'm not. I'm paying the bank $200.
How long ago was
Straight in
that,
the middle.
Chuck? Dearman,
Always-
Dearman, I bet you love Monopoly. You're at
Go,
that
it
age.
was your turn.
Me too, Biggie, but not
No,
for
I
this.
don't have 100.
Yeah, we have a new. Well, that one's not really new. He just doesn't come around very often. I mean, he's here more than most other kids. That's Christian. Y'all have seen him before.
That's more. And he also,
Yes.
Yeah, Christian is Jackson's friend who stays at our house 90% of the
Christian was
time.
in our video for our house tour when we first moved in here.
And that eating.
If you say you
And,
wrong,
Yeah,
literally
Christian's here a
every
lot.
video I've ever made. Jackson, it's your turn.
Dad,
Just bought a 1916 Players of the Past Serial mod.
shut up.
Cool.
We do have a little bit of everything in this channel, that's for sure. We wanted to show you guys how the kids fight when they play Monopoly.
What is this? Kool-Aid gel? Is that like pudding? Jello?
For $12.
You
I
slept for
would-
16 hours, I bet.
Stop.
What did I do? I'm talking to Christian.
Stop whispering. It's
Why?
annoying.
Xavier.
Because you don't know
You
how.
say stop again, you're done. Jackson.
Well, here's the thing. Xavier got in trouble a few minutes ago. Aaron, he got in trouble a few little bit ago and got
Just say no, X, after
squalled
every
at.
offer.
And then a few minutes ago he did too. Again, I mean, he's been in trouble a lot today.
And out your mouth.
Because he doesn't know how to not talk.
Feel relaxed.
Xavier's whole problem, if he would like speak like 80% less, he'd be a lot better off. If you just pulled a 3-day Monopoly bender,
Please say go back to his faces again. I'm glad so hard. He landed. He landed on
That's
Shanda's and go back
crazy.
to his
Ramona,
faces
you've
and
never
hang
played
it back.
Monopoly in your life?
Kevin, what are you doing, son?
Lucky dog.
Kevin, you gotta teach her how to play Monopoly.
No,
You have to at least play it
Wow.
once.
You have to read them out loud.
You have to read them out loud.
That way we know you're
You have
not
to
a
at
cheater.
least play one
I'm not
time.
gonna argue with it. Never mind.
That's impressive, Chuck.
Well, can I move yet?
Nobody said you
I'm
couldn't.
asking you if I can move
Do you
here.
want
Nobody
Like
said
the
you
card
couldn't.
Ramona, did you take Kevin out
Nobody
walking
said you
today?
couldn't.
Daddy,
Alex
Nobody
says.
said you
can I
couldn't
move over here
there.
like the card
Nobody
said?
said you couldn't.
Because
Did-
he
You just
told me
said let
not
him
to
read the
because he
card.
told me to put the card back.
That's not what was said. You said let him read it so that we know
I
he's
said
not
let
a
me read
cheater.
it, and he moved himself backwards. And I decided I'm not gonna argue with him. I'm gonna
Well,
move
can
on.
I move
Just
it
let
over
it- just
If
here?
your
You guys
piece
do a
doesn't
3-day
move by the time
Monopoly
my dice hit the
video.
board,
That
you're
will make
leaving.
I'm
up for
asking a
100
question.
videos.
Just
I
roll,
said you
Jackson.
can
Jackson.
Just
See,
roll.
and this is
Just
another
roll.
problem. Jackson likes to egg it on.
I'm having a mental breakdown. Is what I'm doing. Okay.
asking a question.
We
You
answered
re-
your question.
You read the card. Now move, X. Don't be dramatic.
You guys get to see how the house really is, and you all want a 24-hour
Wait,
video.
Yeah, y'all. This is what we deal with.
This right here is what we deal with every day.
Discovered muscles I didn't even know I had. I've been there,
Right
Kevin.
here, I just didn't feel like going to.
I couldn't handle Monopoly for 3 days. It's all I can do to let us into and play it for 3 minutes.
Kentucky, you're
Mo was here over the weekend, and I got on to X, and I was getting on to him, and she came around the corner, and
Oh.
she just went
She made
back
a
the
quick
other way.
U-turn.
This goes in the middle too, right?
She made a quick U-turn. She was like, "Yep, nope,
This
not
stuff
getting
goes
into
in
that
the
one."
middle too, right?
Why
Yeah.
can't I move my character?
Because you're on the opposite side of the board now, and it's
Xavier, you move your pieces on this
Right
side.
here.
But you guys can see what we deal with.
Over here,
No, I didn't. I in fact
She did.
specifically asked Jackson to move it.
and then you moved it.
Now, when it got to here, and I was
Nobody.
going
They
around
just
this way.
started.
Yeah, we just got
I
started.
mean, like
Vicky.
literally, they just started.
They don't make it very far because
Well.
I can't deal with the fuss and
My own
arguing.
character.
Oh.
Wow, first day of school
Here's something
tomorrow.
fun.
Who's first day of
You
school?
landed on Baltic
Zach's.
Avenue.
Zach, oh, y'all starting early.
Me too. To listen to them.
I need a
Chuck.
drink. Do you all get out early, Zach? Like what's your scheduled last day of school?
Nobody knows that. No student knows
He's
that.
not a student.
Oh.
Wait.
The main thing, guys, is you see how this is how X is. This is what he does. This is how he behaves. This is how he is. And the thing is he is literal about
You're not doing your
everything.
job.
Because
Peggy,
nobody bought anything.
Hey.
Jackson's the first person to go past
pay
go.
attention.
He didn't say he was going to buy it.
That's true.
Dearman starts. That's
Kevin.
late, Dearman.
Game, and you'll no.
Last day in mid-May. That's nice. Our first day, well, my first day is August 10th. The kids don't start till what, like the 17th? Is that when your all school starts?
No.
Lots of breaks. Lots of breaks are good, I think. Bed.
She did it too. She did it back. She did it back.
In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel relaxed yet?
Is it my turn?
No, it's mine.
Go.
I just rolled one. I didn't move again.
Then go.
You got
Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I heard her say it back. Go.
Can I come back up when I
I don't know. Go.
I don't want to play Monopoly.
You don't, X. All you want to do is argue. You've been arguing since you sat down.
I want to play.
Can you pause the live? Is that a thing?
No. We can go in the other room.
Breathe out.
6.
I
Mid-May.
want to play, Dad.
That's probably right, Dearman. We know who's going to throw the board. It's going to be me.
That's what I said. I said.
Go on.
Can I have
Go.
Reading Railroad?
Go ahead.
Reading
Go sit down.
Rello.
Don't open your mouth.
Can I
Rest
have
of
Reading Railroad?
Can you
raining.
read the
We'll face the
railroad?
punishment after the
Reading Railroad.
game.
There's no point in sitting there if I
We
can't.
start the 25th of August. It's crazy. Everybody just
What
starts
is
at
that?
just random
What
times.
is that, Central?
I don't know, but I'm just.
August
Reading
8th,
Railroad.
Ramona says.
Can you read the railroad though?
Yes, I read the Reading
You need
Railroad.
to send Kevin back to
Read the
school,
Reading
Ramona.
Railroad.
If you-
That reads.
Alex, make it a double.
Yes.
What are we having, Alex?
I need a triple.
Can I help you? With
I'll
something?
join you, Chuck.
Shot some marijuana.
He stood behind me, like he stood right here, against the wall, and I said, "Can I help you?" And he
I was
left.
waiting on you to move.
You could have.
Oi.
Here,
Dad
Shot.
told me not to talk.
I'm sorry. Here, now go in. I moved for you. If you don't come up here, I'm putting your money in the middle.
Just leave his money alone. I work at a
Okay.
college. We
Next
don't
person who lands on free
August.
parking is gonna get good, guy.
Yeah,
There.
colleges always start with
My
a
turn.
Ramona says
Get
break
up here and go.
Stop talking.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
I love my kids, but I want to choke them out sometimes.
Dad,
Go on if you're going. I don't know what you want me to
she's
do.
going.
Mari's egging it on.
Dad, want to play.
Mari, go. I mean, X, go. Mari, hush.
Christian bed.
Christian. I don't know why Christian
Go
wants to
down that
come
golf
Move your leg so I can get
Go
in.
chase down that golf cart. Christian saw a golf cart, guys.
I saw a dragon.
Christian knows where the golf cart guy lives, and every time we ride our bikes past his house, he's like,
I'm
"That's
scared.
where that golf cart guy lives."
Did you say past his house?
I'm
Yep.
scared.
Are you I thought
Evil Mari. Mari is mean.
Go.
She'll give you the creepy
You know,
look.
I got there.
are you
I'm like, Mom, I don't do
I got
well with
there.
stupid. You act stupid, I'm gonna give it back to you.
Where are you going?
Okay.
I'm taking them out of this mess.
They enjoy
Good
it.
job.
They like the drama.
I'm sorry if I start buffering, guys.
You're gonna be able to hear it in there too.
Not as close.
Christian, shut up before I punch you in.
What are we gonna do tonight, fellers and ladies?
First and foremost,
Mari is an angel.
are we
Right,
still
check.
buffering?
Are we buffering?
Or are we buffering?
Shouldn't be. It still says 30.
Okay, let me talk to you all.
About what? About me?
I just need to
I'm
get
right
off,
here.
get off my hair. So let me talk to you for just a minute.
Oh, the silence is golden.
I don't listen. I talked to you guys about Xavier's behavior and everything, but the thing is I don't know necessarily. It's a behavior, it really is, but he takes everything literally. Everything is literal. Like I told him,
since you can't buy properties,
I said you have to choose between.
because I hate getting held up.
What was it yesterday?
I wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, I said, do you want chips or do you not want chips?
Oh, yeah.
And he just looked at me. I said, you need to choose. Do you want chips or do you not want chips? Because we were at Subway and I needed to pay. I said, if you want chips, get chips. If you don't want chips, then that's fine. So do you want chips or do you not want chips? And he just sat there. So I said, okay, you don't want chips. And he said, you told me I couldn't get up. And I said, I asked you if you wanted chips or do not want chips. I said, if you want chips, go get chips. If you do not want chips, then don't get any. But I need to know because I need to pay. And he just sat there. And I said, okay, so you don't want chips. He said, you told me not to get up. And I said, you have two choices. One, get chips. Two, don't get chips. You decide. But when I get up to the register and you still have not gotten chips, then I'm going to take that into the fact that you don't want chips with your sandwich. And then he broke down and he cried. So that's what I have to deal with. Like yes, I did tell him to sit down and not get up. But then I asked him if he wanted chips. And if he did, to get them, and he still wanted to complain to me because I told him to sit down and not get up. But yet I'm asking him to get chips.
No, because I almost skipped his turn and he yelled at me.
So,
He said, it's my turn.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand.
So he was acting
Like, you know what I learned over the years?
He's
I'll
just,
bring what? I'll bring two just in case. What I'll bring two of, I can't see what that is.
I think it's champagne bottles. So, I mean, he just takes things so literally. You say one thing, and he runs with that thing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The monster's back.
We're a couple days behind.
Come here. Oh, please don't make him
Jackson.
scream.
And this is the other problem we have. Jackson likes to make us
We
scream.
We're a couple days behind.
Look who's on TV, Katie.
Whose turn is it?
Look.
No, it's not yours.
Look who's
Katie
on
has
TV.
been gone for 2 days.
They've missed you on TV.
No, I was saying I bought him.
She doesn't care. Katie.
She was ready to come home.
You
Even yesterday evening.
I don't know. We'll have to find it.
It might be downstairs in the strollers. That's where y'all
Got a
usually
doll
keep
bigger
it.
than her. They gave her at a yard sale. Big old Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
It's about her size.
Katie's size or
Try ignoring his. We have tried, and then he'll just sit there and say, "Mom,"
They told her to go on that table and pick out any doll she wanted.
or scream
She picked that
louder.
one, the ugliest one you've ever seen. A big bald-headed baby with a crown.
Oh, that's your fault.
This
You
is-
gave them.
This is Aaron's dad, Jack.
And I said, don't get that one.
He preaches. Where'd you preach at today?
Hopeville Baptist Church, Nancy, Kentucky.
Is that the one you've been going to?
He preached in Nancy, Kentucky today.
Long way over there.
That's way down
He
yonder.
preached a long way.
Well, come say hi to everybody. They've missed you the last 2 days. You wasn't on here. No, I don't hit it.
Say hi.
Tell
This
your homies
is
hi.
Aaron's mom, Dawn.
Hi. How are you?
80, 90,
Hi, Mariana.
80, 90.
Where'd y'all go to church tonight?
We went to Brennell Ridge.
Again?
No,
No,
not
we didn't go to
tonight.
that.
You didn't go tonight,
It's
son.
100.
Whack it
Oh.
up.
Quit, Katie.
Biggie says, preach to Aaron, Dad.
Preach to me. Go on, preach to Xavier.
Aw, Chuck says I miss Jack's preaching.
Yeah, I miss it too.
He said he misses it too, Chuck.
What does that mean?
Mo said hi, Jack and Dawn.
Who's
Me
Mo?
and hugging a kiss.
Murphy.
Me and hugging a kiss.
Hello, Miss Murphy Ann.
Murphy.
Here's your Patsy, honey.
Chuck,
There's my
There.
Chuck, he misses preaching too.
Who does?
He's been preaching at place in Nancy. He's
It's not like having a home church.
he
It's
just
not.
he says he wishes he had a. I also miss Mama's singing.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you.
So he just he's trying to find a home church. So as soon as he finds a home church, Chuck, we'll start the lives back so you can watch them.
Did find your turtle yet?
Mariana's got one just like it, only blonde. It's the ones.
She tried to get a doll. Something like this.
I knew a guy from Nancy. Might have been in attendance this morning. Can't remember his name for the life of me. He has southern accent, if that helps.
Yep. We know just the guy, Kevin. Weirdo. Kevin says he knows a guy from Nancy.
Mariana, look, man, a mermaid.
Pretty. That's cool.
Hi, Aaron's parents.
It's
Ramona.
Mariana's turn to go yard selling with me now.
Yeah, we
Yep.
told her she could.
What, baby Kay? What?
Katie, what's your problem?
What are you doing?
Papa's sitting on her.
I ain't sitting on it.
Papa was
I
sitting there
here
first.
Get
You
over
went and
here.
sat there on Papa.
Come over here and sit by mommy.
Get much
She
of a
got
nap.
mad when I said Mariana's turn.
Katie took a nap on the
Watch
way
it,
to
watch
church,
me when
but
I
that was
leave
about
you.
it.
Oh, yes, you. Mariana or Katie?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Mariana has been wanting to.
My best friend's mom was named Nancy. Well, that's pretty close, Biggie.
So what time you gonna be there for?
8:30 tomorrow.
Alright, I'll hold them until you can get situated.
Well, have
Ow, Mariana, you okay? Mariana just face planted. Woohoo, where are they?
They had fun with Emerson.
Yeah.
the cargo.
They played and they played and they played.
I don't know if you liked them or not.
Katie, is Grandpa picking on you? See, he was friends with our former pastor, and he'd fly out here once in a while and attend services. Oh, that's cool.
Mess it up. Thanks,
You got a name?
He says he can't remember his name, but he used to fly out to Arizona, Kevin. Did you happen to get them cards? Try to talk them down, them graded cards.
You wouldn't take less than $100.
Yeah, you know. It was probably worth it, but Dad found, how many did you say there were?
There's probably 50 in there. I guess.
Not all of them were graded though.
Oh, not all of them were graded? Oh,
Those
okay.
3. And
Oh.
I talked to Ted about it. He said that wasn't a legit, really grading company or something, or one of the better ones.
Well, it was GMC grading or something.
Anyway,
Nevada. Oh, Nevada, yeah. my
There was
bad.
a 10 on all of them, though.
Yeah, but that one case was great. Anyway, he found like a box of cards. Had like a few graded cards. Some of them were like the 80, not 89. I forget what year it was. I saw them,
One of the Jordans.
the
was
Michael
a
Jordan
2009.
Legacy from Upper Deck, 2009.
It
But
was it was in a North Carolina
yeah,
uniform.
it was the
though.
Legacy. It was just like a,
Yeah.
yeah, and they were graded
One of them
10
was
by
1998.
GMC or GMA or something.
Something like that.
He wanted $100 for the box, but I was like, I don't have time to fool that.
That guy was from Pakistan. He kept telling me that.
Oh,
I think the way he said he got him cleaned out of the house or something.
Probably.
I'm not real sure how he got it.
yeah. And if you went through all of them, maybe, but if they weren't all graded, I don't know.
Most of them was in protected covers, though. But
Yeah.
They have a little birthday celebration at the
Nevada. I forget, Kevin. You're such a Arizona fan. I think that's where you live sometimes.
She loves that stuff.
She loved what?
Lasagna.
Oh yeah. She's a spaghetti lasagna.
Well, we went to Brent Ridge and didn't realize it was their homecoming.
you deep?
Yeah.
Oh, GMA is a pretty good
They
company.
might have thought that was the only reason they came, but we didn't even know.
Well, I looked one of them up.
I mean, it's hard to find a seat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah, that
was
place was
packed.
packed.
I told
They had to
you.
pull chairs out.
Eight in the chat.
Find a
Oh,
seat for all of you.
glad to have y'all. No, I looked up one of those cards. It didn't have like that's the specific card that he had a picture that Dad had sent me, but like some of the other ones from that same set were like $15 or $20. So I was like, well, it might
Like
would
they
have
didn't have
been
enough seats.
worth it. But then he said they're not all weren't all graded and stuff. So
Buddies were there.
I've been brothers
Ginger wasn't there.
before. I'm
Teresa
scared
was
of
there.
that.
yeah,
and the
it's,
Coffee
you got if you
twins
don't
and
get the
the
just the
sisters
right
was all
ones,
there.
it can be a
They
mess.
said Ginger doesn't go there anymore.
No, I said give me my
Now, there's a lot of new stuff. Huh?
So that would have been something to go through.
Tommy
No.
Harrell goes there.
Tommy Harrell died,
Tom Harrell does?
didn't he?
Not that I know of, but he could have.
Nevada is pronounced with the first A as in
His
apple.
mother died years ago.
Nevada.
No, it's
Ginger's
Patrick.
Yeah, they weren't there.
We can tell who the tourists are because it's Nevada, Kevin.
Boardwalk. Jackson, give me boardwalk.
Have a good one, Big E.
Give me boardwalk.
Have a good day at work tomorrow.
Boardwalk.
Or just went there that day.
Nevada.
I bet the Camerons go there. Though,
That
don't
sounds
they?
like city folk talk, Kevin. Nevada.
Adam Stallsworth and his family goes there.
Yeah, that's right. Sure. Did they come in? Was Adam
No, but the other
Thanks, Alex. You keep them up on the likes.
Kara Bowles goes there.
I would literally rather listen to him scream like as mad than him do that.
He wouldn't give me boardwalk.
I was joking.
Tomato.
I was joking with him.
We say maters down here, Chuck.
Get your. My foot has been here the whole time.
I didn't say.
Freaking Becky.
I didn't say
Listen.
foot. I said.
Mick Becky buddy. Calm down, Becky.
Anybody want some kids?
Maybe just that morning.
Maters and taters, that's right.
They were good.
We'll just sit here and talk.
Mercy walks in.
Sing us a song now.
That today.
Chuck wants you to sing for him.
Mercy walked in, pleaded my case.
I've never sung that till today, and it's like.
If Ron's got anything to do with it, he won't have nothing but the best singers to come
But
out.
They
thanks
were
for
good.
the-
They were amazing.
They local, what was their name?
I don't know what their
No,
names were. Do you?
Quartet.
Thanks for the request. I don't
It's a
get too
trio.
many.
It was a trio. It was like 2 girls and a boy and a man and no, it was 2. It was
2 women and a man. She had her son up there for the first time. We got there late because we went for church time and they had already started. So we missed what the names of was. Kara talked to them and I heard their name, voices of something, but I don't.
It's been a few years ago, but he invited a group of singers or someone did come out there and sing. He didn't know them, didn't know nothing about it. They were supposed to sing like 2 or 3 songs. I forget the name of the group. They sung so good, he said, just keep right on singing.
Oh, really?
Because they were really good. I can't think of who they were.
They were good. I enjoyed them.
Apparently this bunch comes out there quite a bit.
Yeah.
That was nice that y'all were there.
No more taters for you, Alex. Why not? Taters are good.
All right, Jackie. Come on. If you want to borrow the car for a few days? Come on, take me home. Drive back.
I'll hear that.
So are you giving up on looking for a car?
Taking me home.
Huh?
Just let them have it to borrow till they find it or till they look for it. Sample drives.
He's really upset
Well,
that you
listen,
aren't
I put
going
a
to
full tank of
Tennessee.
gas in it. That's the way I want it back.
Ask Dad if he
Or if
met
you
Brent
decide to
Lane
keep
this
it.
morning.
In the middle of the night.
I'll ask Mom because Dad don't remember names.
If you decide to keep it, you got to have a benefit
Turned
gas.
over and I got.
No more kid. Yeah, you're right, Alex.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah. Did you all meet
And
a
you
Brent?
got to pay me for my gas tank full
Except
in.
for on
talking.
Wednesday.
Sis
Thursday, I
said,
have to start school.
sis got it all worked out, so she wasn't
That'd be
babysitting now. You can't go.
Hey, somebody want to ride with you? Want to try back by yourself?
Yeah.
Mom,
What?
not you. You're
What?
Every like you want.
Brent Lane. Does that name sound familiar?
Brent Wayne?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's he from?
I think is that the guy from Nancy? You know, Kevin.
Brent Lane.
Huh?
Brent Lane.
No, not really.
Who wants to go home with Papa, baby K? You want to go
Did
home
y'all
with
look
Papa?
at what on here, Mo,
You want to go home with Papa?
or email? What we talking about, Mo?
You gotta go to daycare tomorrow, baby.
What you say? You want to stay here?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything, Mo. Did I miss something?
What?
Sis got it all worked out to go with you this Monday and Tuesday, and you ain't even going.
I told her I'd let her know yesterday. So you got a babysitter still in charge?
Yeah.
So the babysitter, she's still babysitting.
No, she's not. Jackie.
Oh, she messaged you a few
Jackson is.
vehicles.
Well, as long as somebody does, because it's going to be raining all day and we need rest. And I've been trying to look on it by phone and I can't
Yeah.
see nothing.
One on every corner, Kevin. You know how it is. Mo texts you some vehicles. We're on her phone right now, Mo, so we can't.
You
see.
texted me earlier today. We looked at those.
Get the other car seat out.
I didn't look at him. Kevin says he's tall and slender, like me.
Jesse, her car seat is on the front porch and it's gonna rain,
No.
so tell somebody to put it in the van. Or wherever it goes.
Did you hear me?
What?
Tall, slender guy, Brent Lane. Nancy, got
No.
a southern accent.
No, we've
There's a
got,
lot
there
of
was
churches.
several with southern accents, but this guy, most of these guys are farmers.
Everybody down in Kentucky has a southern accent, according to Kevin.
What, baby?
Kevin's one of them city slickers.
Yeah, no, get your butt in the car.
Put, Jackson,
apparently.
put Katie's car seat in the van.
I
X,
refuse.
No.
you're about to get some
Wait,
beef.
why do I have to
Go
move
in
it
there.
right now?
Tell him you're sorry, X, for
I
acting
done
ignorant.
moved it out.
I'm
of the
not.
All right, let's go.
No, you're not ignorant. You're
Baby
acting
Kay.
ignorant.
Come on, baby K.
Tell him you're sorry.
Everyone's
It's
ignorant.
Come
gonna
on.
rain.
Well,
You
at
better
certain
drop it in
times,
the
but
I got
you
your
acting
bottle.
ignorant. Tell him you're
I
sorry.
got your bottle.
Okay, go to bed then.
Bye.
I got your bottle.
Ain't no
I
pass.
got you a bottle. He's trying to bribe her.
Bye.
She's been gone for 2 days. She's probably ready to stay
Baby,
home.
hey,
She
baby
is.
K.
She's ready
Look,
last night. Mwah. I love you.
Yeah, Kevin, you are.
Brianna.
Ramona, don't look back. You'll be salty.
I don't think there's no room in this
No,
car.
somebody has to stay here and make sure that one doesn't touch the board.
Yes, 3 in the back.
No,
How many
our
here?
seat
Two in the
will hold
front.
3 adults.
Oh.
All right, Jackson, you ride with her.
That's all you can do to get 3 children in there.
Oh.
But if
All
you
right,
put
that's
us
fine.
through-
Jackson can go.
Anyway.
Not if y'all are the size of an adult.
Alright.
If you put Jackson, Nana, and Christian in the back.
Well, there's a car seat back
Christian,
there.
keep and watch over the board.
Yeah,
We'll be right back.
they'll be right back. Drive safe.
Peace out.
Oh, well, that'll quieten it down for a little while.
What are you gonna play? It got quiet.
I want to go see if that my phone's
Big E
charged
left
now.
already.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to tell him X owns his state.
Make a pillar assault.
Hey, Verona, look.
Look.
Okay, I see it.
Look at all
I
of
see
them.
it. There's only two there,
There's
dude.
3.
Oh, you own Boardwalk?
Yep.
Oh, he owns Virginia, Kevin. Good thing you moved out of there. Boardwalk, Virginia, and Pennsylvania Railroad.
There's probably several in Nancy. I don't know how big
Oh, I
Nancy
guarantee
is.
it.
I got
It's
the
not a very
best
big
one.
place, but okay, you may go.
Mm.
Shame on you, Kevin. That's funny.
Don't
though.
sit there. Over
Yeah,
there. There's
you
not
crowd me, kid.
room there.
We have no idea what to do. 31 days, so we're like almost a third of the way through. I don't know what we're gonna do for you guys, but like
I said,
we're
what did
gonna
I
have
say
to do some more
yesterday?
challenges.
I said yesterday to Kamari, I said, who came up with this idea? We don't have 100 days full of stuff.
Yeah.
We're running out of things to do.
Well, we ran out of stuff to do about day 10.
Mm-hmm.
I know what we can do tomorrow.
Mud Dog's not here, is he? I have bad news.
Mommy, I know what we can do tomorrow.
What can we do tomorrow?
Elephants too.
Elephant what?
Is it right?
Toothpaste.
What's the weather this week?
It's supposed to be.
You have to have
right
certain
now,
chemicals for
we got
that.
Baking soda and vinegar.
No, it's
No,
something
No,
else.
you
it's
have to
something
have
else.
yeast and everything.
Baking soda
Yeah.
and vinegar makes a bomb, I think.
We can do that too.
Look at the weather.
Just be you, boo.
And tomorrow's supposed to be.
How is Katie's ear doing?
You do you, boo. We go to the doctor tomorrow for a checkup.
Katie.
But she's
Oh,
not.
shoot.
She's not complaining
Where's
about it.
her antibiotic?
Oh, I don't know.
She-
Give my phone X and call Nana and ask her if they brought
Where's
it
your
back.
phone at?
Yeah, right here.
Shh.
She hasn't been complaining, so that's a good thing. But we go to the doctor tomorrow to check it out.
Button.
To see if it's healing the hole.
Yeah, so yeah, lots of prayers that it's healing on its own and we don't have to have surgery. So they'll check that tomorrow. But she hasn't been complaining today apparently, and she didn't complain yesterday, so that's good.
She only really complained one day. I think Dawn
So they
showed it
changed
to you
the
more.
forecast.
What?
The antibiotic.
She did?
I'm
Maybe.
gonna need you to send Katie's
Get off my hair.
antibiotics.
You've
home.
got too much hair. I can't sit within 5 feet of her. She's like, you're on my hair.
It's in the cooler in
So
the
much
refrigerator.
hair.
No, they're in our cooler that's here in their trunk right now.
All right, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you, be naughty, Bob.
In the kitchen.
I didn't press the red button.
Oh my god. All right, thank you.
Thanks for listening, Alex. Because
I'm
I don't
glad
pay,
somebody's paying attention to what's going on around
pay
here.
attention to what's going on. Too much conversation all at once.
A little less talk, a little more action.
Because Katie needs that, so hopefully it's doing well.
How many days she got left
Show him
on?
that, mommy.
No.
Ugh.
She has to take it for 7 days. When did
Why do you have so much hair?
we go on the antibiotic? I said no.
Set it
I'm
down.
putting it back.
You may go. Thank you. Drive through.
So when did we get on the antibiotic?
I don't know.
We
I feel
came
like
back
it was
on
3 or 4 days ago.
Tuesday, so Wednesday, so
Was it?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She has to be on it till Tuesday. So, but she goes tomorrow to the doctor, so we'll
That's
find
just
out.
to check on the hole.
Yeah.
The medicines to get rid of the infection.
Mhm. We'll find out. But how's your ear, X? Better? You've not been complaining about it in a while, so.
Don't hurt as much when you pull on it and pushing it.
Well, that's good.
Tuesday and Wednesday's supposed to be the sunniest days this week.
Just Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah, then the rest of the week is.
Rain. Jackson at some point has to mow.
We met
Yep.
before we went on vacation.
Yeah, now it's rained a lot. That sounds great, Alex says. Yep, it's time to mow again. So, Mari left home right now after she left home 10 minutes ago.
Well, then Mari technically doesn't have to get up early in the morning to take the girls to daycare if she's got a vehicle. she can
Take them whenever. Thank you, Alex.
get up. You know,
Normal
at
time. She can get up when you get up.
yeah.
But you got to get up at like 6:30. Take care of all this hair.
True statement.
Can we go swimming tomorrow?
Yep.
It's supposed to rain.
Outside in the driveway, you
Tomorrow,
can go
right?
swimming.
Tomorrow through.
Wednesday probably be the day that's supposed to get hot. Mo says.
Tuesday, Wednesday's no rain.
Wednesday's church day.
Yeah, but they can do stuff in like before church.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what time I'll be home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So Christian's.
I got to figure out this training stuff I got going on this week. What time we're going to get done.
Are you gonna spend the night Tuesday night?
Yes, sir, Alex. I go tomorrow. Well, I went a couple of days
Rain tomorrow.
last week,
Yeah.
week before for new hire training. You know, to get kind of the
So you
rundown
probably
of
spend the night.
how the school system works and
his mom.
That's up to my mom.
Probably.
benefits
I
and
said
things
here.
like that. But tomorrow we start like our what they call PD days, professional development, when we start learning actually how to teach and working. I think tomorrow we're going for talk about some kind of new program they're doing, and then we're going to break down into groups and create our first unit lesson plan or something. Which, you know, me being a first year guy, I don't know nothing about that. So hopefully there's some experienced people there. Rain tomorrow, small chance Tuesday, then gets hot, then rains again. Little confused about your dad. Was he a pastor? Why is he traveling to preach? Yes, he was the main pastor at Quentin Baptist Church, and then
He felt like God.
he felt led to leave that church as the pastor, and now he's kind of filling in other places, looking for the place where he's going to be head pastor again, or
So he felt like God was leading him out of the church and leading him out of that church and wanted him to pursue another church. So right now he's just filling in pastoring at other churches until God gives him the place to go.
the full-time
So
position,
when he feels like God's leading him to a church to go lead, then
Yeah, Kevin, right at the same time. How do I feel? Well, it's not starting again. This is my first time, Alex, my first year teaching. Like, I subbed and stuff before, but this is my first full-time
You've never
actual
subbed.
teaching gig. So
When have you subbed?
this is Xavier, why you get in trouble, because you interject stuff like you know. Like, you've been alive as long as I
I'm asking a
have.
question.
No, you didn't ask
weren't.
it, cuz.
You
You
didn't
said,
ask
you
it.
ain't never subbed. You could have said, when did you sub? Or, I didn't
When
know
did
you subbed.
I've been alive longer than you.
No, I subbed.
that's enough.
I don't even know if you were born yet when I used to sub and stuff. But, yeah, I'm nervous, but excited, anxious. I don't know, like a whole bunch of different stuff about just getting in there and getting going and trying to figure out what we're doing. But, yeah, it was the same.
So what happened was, Kevin, Aaron has felt that God was leading him to leave youth ministry and for him to do
not necessarily leave it, but step back from the head position.
Yeah, so Aaron felt like it was time that God was saying, "Hey, you have filled your duty. I need you to step back and watch your children grow, and
They
be
get tired of listening to me.
be more a part of our children's lives and watch them grow." So Aaron felt like that, but we had stayed. We stayed at the church because Aaron's dad pastored there. So the kids were enjoying it. We enjoyed the church. It was a really long drive, but Aaron felt led that we needed to step down from the youth ministry lead, but we just hadn't done it. So when Jack, Aaron's dad, had announced that he had felt like God was guiding him away from that church and wanted someone else to come in and help the church that could do more than what he was doing for the church, and that God was leading him away, that we felt like since it was that was his timing, that it was our timing too. The church was an hour and so away from us, so it was easy for us to leave when Jack left. So now he's going around and filling in. We are just going from church to church, trying to find a church that
A good program for these
a
guys.
good program for the kids, somewhere where the kids can go and learn and grow. And we we can step back and watch them.
Fairview.
Not yet, Kevin. They're still looking. But yeah, I mean, it's been weird. Like, we've almost always been like a pair, like a buy one get one deal. Like, but they're like when he first went to that church, we didn't go with him at first because we were actually at another place
doing youth
because
we had left while a church he was preaching in.
Yeah. So, sometimes we kind of split up and then we always end up back together somehow. But we were at another church when he took this one, so we didn't go right away. But then we ended up, going on over there later on because, they needed somebody at the time.
Aaron did youth ministry at a church that had just opened. So this church had just opened. Right. We were doing youth ministry there.
Well, we weren't.
We built
exactly
we helped build that church youth group up and got it going, and then felt like God was leading us to leave. And then Jack's church at Quentin needed a youth person, so we went there and stayed there. So
that means up, Alex. Yeah. So now, like I said, I was just like, I want to still help. I just don't want to be like the lead guy.
Yeah.
Plus, like I said, we got a lot of changes going on with us leaving that church and then me quitting the job and starting the new job. That'll do with it. That'll do with you, boo.
Yeah, it does. Woo!
Kevin, you're funny.
And another reason why we were ready to go, Aaron, not only was it Aaron felt like God was leading us to step back from the youth program, not like leave the youth program, but step away from leading it. We just want to help the youth program instead of leading it. Right. So not only was it that, with my job and church being an hour away, I was not able to go to church on Wednesdays. So Aaron and the kids and everybody would go to church on Wednesdays, and I couldn't go because it was an hour away. And sometimes I couldn't go on Sundays.
She didn't get off work before we had to leave.
We don't like that. We want to go to church as a family, so it was easier when Jack announced that it was time for him to go, it was easier for us to go too.
Yeah, plus the kids get tired of me fussing at them at home and in church, so.
That's true. And the thing is the kids have to listen to us every day, teaching them different things about life in general, that having to go to church and learn from us too. I mean, it's hard. They've been doing it. Kamari will be 18 this year, so she's listened to us at home and at church as her youth leaders. So we felt like it was time that we found a church.
Somebody else to get onto them well.
And they went to a church because, she's going to be an adult, and we want somewhere where she feels comfortable that she can go and be at and learn from and have a really tight-knit community that she can lean on. So we're trying to do that, and that's hard. So
who is that?
So with Aaron going to work, who will be doing the cooking? Aaron didn't cook even with him not working. Kamari cooks.
They don't need to know that.
If I'm not home, Kamari cooks. So
that's right.
I know how to cook.
That's why Kamari is so yeah.
That's why Mari is so angelic.
I know
Why?
how to cook.
Because she's been yelled at by me for 18 years.
I know how to cook.
Eggs can cook some things. He makes a nice pepperoni grilled cheese sandwich. That's pretty good.
It's not a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese and pepperoni.
Grilled. It's not grilled.
What is it?
It's toasted bread
toasted.
and microwave cheese and pepperoni.
Toasted and microwaved. Something like that.
Not grilled.
It's good, whatever it is.
You and I are fixing to roll if you do that again.
Kamari
do not make
is
faces.
awesome. No more cooking, dishes, laundry, and dusting, Aaron. Sorry. I know, man. I don't know how this house is going to go without me.
He has to do that.
Guys, Aaron didn't do any of that.
That might be it, Chuck. You might be onto something there. That's funny. Like, I bid her today, and she's like, I didn't say you could do that. I said, well, you do it to me all the time. She said, I'm allowed to, though.
Aaron also said while he was off for these 2 months this summer that he would thaw the freezer, deep freeze, because it is frozen
De-thaw it?
over. How do you do it? What is it called?
Deep freeze it,
Deep
unthaw
freeze
it.
it, unthaw it.
No, unthaw it doesn't make sense.
the,
Either. Thaw it out.
The deep freeze is over frozen, if that makes sense. Like
It needs cleaned out.
it needs.
Got big chunks of ice hanging from the ceiling.
So he said, "I'll do that while I'm off for these 2
I
months."
had big plans, but then I had to.
He did nothing. Defrost.
That's the word we're
Defrost.
looking for.
So he did not defrost the freezer and deep freeze. So yet it is still sitting there and needs defrost.
Mario Jackson can do that tomorrow. De-thaw, yeah.
So there's a
We make up
lot
our
of
own
different
words.
things that Aaron was supposed to do this summer because it needed to be done, and he is yet to do it. He did sleep a lot because he also would say, "You're getting up to go to work. Why can't you take the little girls to daycare?" And I said, "No.
That makes sense. Ain't no point both of us getting it.
My time of taking the girls to daycare is off. You are off. You're taking them."
I'm off my rocker.
He would get up when I got up for work. He would get up. He would help get the little girls dressed, and he would take them to daycare, and only to come home and go right back to bed. Meaning,
That's a man thing.
he never got up earlier than 12 o'clock, and I would call him, and he's like, I was sleeping.
Sometimes it's 12 o'clock, but
No.
listen, I've worked a lot before this. So I had a lot of sleep to catch
He
up
did
on.
have plenty of time to hit the gym, and he did not.
The gym hits back. Y'all can
He's
speak
not been
Kentucky
sleeping.
English.
He's been playing his stupid Skyrim.
Oh, or he played PlayStation, like the other night when he said I stayed up way too late.
I
Yeah,
did.
3-4 o'clock in the morning playing a
true.
video game.
I used to could do that. I can't do it no more. I'm too old for that stuff. That's right. We speak Kentinglish.
He
Or organize the
well,
card.
he
I
did
did
do
that,
that.
some. There was a lot of card organizing. There was a lot of video games. There was a lot of schoolwork. I've got papers and stuff and homework and junk and emails to
Don't
catch
let-
up on and
he
all
didn't do any
kinds
of
of
that.
stuff. College is
Oh.
hard.
he did not
To catch up
do
on
anything.
that
What?
you said to catch up on. That's
Catch up.
because you've not been doing it.
Katie likes to put ketchup on
I'm telling you
everything.
right now, guys, he did nothing.
I started
All
a
the
few
things that he said he would do if I let him quit his job and
Ah,
stay at home,
bah.
he didn't do.
Boo, that crap. If you let me quit my job, you told me to quit my job.
And I said, please do these things.
Listen at her. Now who's telling the stories?
Katie, I ran.
Mama said, you quit that job, you go get a teaching degree, and you go to school and learn them kids stuff. That's what
He
she
also
told me.
asked me why our savings account wasn't growing.
I did not ask you that. I said,
Mm-hmm.
why is it running out? I know why it's not growing, but we shouldn't be spending as much as we have spent.
You should.
No, Kevin, I can't trust her to do that. I have asked her to try to help me sort cards
I
before.
can't sort, yeah.
And she's like, no, I ain't doing that crap. X actually helped me the other day sort some.
Amen, Chuck.
That's why me and Mud Dog took his man card. I wasn't using it, Chuck. It's okay. Hey, oddball, what's going on?
That's true. He wasn't using it. Aaron's not a fixer. Aaron doesn't fix
I fix
things.
lots of things.
Mari's bathroom.
Aaron does not fix things.
Y'all. What y'all in Mo? What's that? Y'all.
I'm telling you right now, he don't fix nothing.
Wait, what? Oh. Y'all quit. Yeah, help me out, Mo. Mo's the only one that'll stick up for me.
I take that back. He did stop at the gas station yesterday and put oil in the van. So he knows how to do that.
He can have it back someday in the future.
Yeah, when he de-thaws.
When I de-thaw it. It's already de-thawed. It's froze over.
So why do you say, here's my thing, de-thaw, to me, you're de-thawing it, meaning you're not.
means undoing it. So if you're undoing the thaw, you're freezing it.
No, if you're undoing the.
That's why you're defrosting it. You're getting rid of the frozen part.
Makes no sense to me.
When I retire, Chuck, is when I'll need it back. I won't need it till then. I'm too busy
De-thaw. I
with these
say
kids.
de-thaw. What do I always say de-thaw.
You do always say de-thaw, and I'm always like, that's not the word.
I always say Dethal.
You also say
We have
goat.
proof on YouTube. Mama did renovation video.
Dad,
I did.
That's right.
Dad, she also says gold, mode, like,
Gold, yeah. Her and Ethan have the same gold word.
Code.
Dethaw means freeze. Thaw means melt. Thank you.
I
if you're,
dethaw
if
it.
you're demelting it, then you're freezing it.
I also say something else backwards.
Or it'd be like unthawing it.
I do say unthaw.
let
Unthaw.
him alone.
See, Aaron likes it literal too. Yeah, but I don't whine about it like the rest of them do.
What?
Taking it literal. Sometimes I do that just to get on her nerves.
What?
Take everything literal.
No, man, I don't understand.
Well, you just complain about X being literal.
Am I literal?
No, he's saying I'm literal.
About what? Things go over my head really easily.
I done did they thought it. Already done do that.
I say stuff backwards all the time.
She does.
People have to interpret my speaking.
Y'all just have to be like, I know what she means.
That's how Mom.
You know how when a toddler starts talking and like the parents are the only one that can understand what they're saying
Daddy.
because they're used to it? That's Jessie. We're used to what she says.
That's why she can't have conversations.
Hold that hair up, Jessie, and Aaron, repeat what you said. What did I say?
She's saying all this hair has me confused.
Oh, I think it's weighing her head. Like her brain is like pulled back.
No.
It's sewed in her scalp.
It's sewed in her scalp. There was blood all over the kitchen.
It took weeks to clean up.
That's one thing that Kevin is, a handyman. He fixes everything, and if he doesn't know how, he figures it out. Woo! Go Kevin!
Well, Kevin, I need you to teach Aaron.
I can do it.
I will say,
Let's see if she catches it.
Aaron does. If he doesn't know it, he does YouTube it so he can figure it out.
I have a motivation problem.
Amen to that.
I'm just like, yeah, we'll get it later. I'm a very big unmotivated procrastinator.
That might be true.
She loves me, or she wants money for shopping. It could be both, Kevin. Kevin is a man's
go,
man.
hurry.
Kevin, you can have my man card. You need it. I'm not using it.
Hurry, you got your headphones. Go pee, hurry.
Go, don't have an accident.
Stop. Mommy.
Go pee, hurry.
So sorry. You're probably right.
Don't laugh at her.
What's the problem? Go, Katie. Go
hurry.
party.
He's still laughing.
Well,
X, stop.
he's
Go.
laughing at something else, Katie.
He's
not
laughing
you.
at Daddy.
I'm laughing at Kevin.
He's laughing at Kevin. Why are you laughing at Kevin?
Hurry, go pee. What are you doing?
You want to eat them stuff?
I'm moving Tomorrow's little sheep thing.
Oh.
around.
Wow.
I flipped it upside down.
Kevin does the same thing. YouTube or Google it. Yep.
Aaron does. He YouTubes and Googles everything.
Find out all kinds of stuff on YouTube and Google. What's a man? Would a
She
man's
has whittle
man actually
legs.
be a woman? There's double talking. A man's man. In this day and age, Kevin, it could be. It's hard to tell.
No, it's a they, them.
So they
How
them.
long does it take to go from 5 miles to another 5 miles back to the house?
However long it takes.
No, but I said about 5 miles.
But you know they didn't just go and get out. They got to talk about it. And they got to stop at red lights.
There's no red lights.
Excuse me.
There's no red lights in the middle of nowhere.
Did
From
you
here,
flush?
They go through one,
Did you flush?
I could
Two.
push hard.
3 red lights between here and Nan and Papa's
Did
house.
you wash your hands?
Manly man. There you go.
I don't know how to turn it on like this. 3.
Just turn the knob. Can you reach it? Do you need eggs to turn the water on?
Daddy.
Eggs will turn the water on.
3 as in 4 because Molly probably went the longest way that they had. I can't reach it either. Dude,
Did you
what am I
pee?
doing? Yeah. What am
Go
I
turn
doing?
the water on first. You can wash
All
your
right,
hands.
Chuck's on here.
Why would you wash your hands?
Can you say hi, Chuck?
Who washes their hands after they use
Hey.
the bathroom?
Hey, can you say hi, Chuck? And Kevin?
And Alex.
And Alex? And Aunt Momo? You didn't even get to see Aunt Momo this weekend, did you? Yeah, you did. You saw Aunt Momo before she left.
Don't just leave it running. Go wash your hands, Katie. I said turn it on so you can wash your hands, not leave it running.
Need a stool.
No, yeah. X, will you get the stool down so she
The
can
step
wash her hands?
stool's in there. Chuck says hi, Katie.
She's got to go wash her hands. Because she peed in her potty.
Her potty or the big potty?
Because that told me not to leave it on.
Travel.
Again, this is where we're talking about.
Turn the water on.
Go in there, turn it on so she can wash her hand, then turn it off. Don't leave her. Go.
So I turn the water off. Now you're
Travel
saying
5
turn the
miles
water
south, then
off.
travel due east 5 miles, then go due north 5 miles. How did you end up in the same spot you started? I don't know. I've heard that, Kevin, and I don't know because
Love
that
you, Mo.
confuses me. You go down, then you go east, you go north, because the earth is turning. Chuck, a manly man, Kevin. Is it because the earth is turning, Kevin, or is this like, do you mean the actual literal spot? Like if I start at my house and go 5 miles and then 5 miles? I'm not smart, Kevin.
Mari has arrived home.
That means she's at the bottom of the hill or at the red light down there. That Life 360 app is bizarre, y'all. Is Mo leaving?
Uh-huh.
Is that rain out here?
Hey, Mommy. I went on this and I went under.
You're starting at the North Pole.
All the way.
Ah. Very sneaky, Kevin.
I didn't mean that.
What did you do?
I should do it because
Mari arrived home again.
Shut the door.
You ready to go bed?
Cry, 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 cry.
It is raining.
Is
What?
it raining?
It is raining.
I thought it was raining, but like it's raining hard if I can hear it pouring out there. Katie.
I'm hungry. Wow. I'm hungry, Daddy.
We'll go in there and get you a snack because it's bedtime.
Yeah.
We just ate pizza.
Let her have. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for
Why
bed.
is it wet right here? I peed on the couch.
She's
X.
got wet hands. You ate pizza. You're not eating it.
A
You
manly
have
man that
something
can
to
walk
drink.
3 miles.
But we're not
Yeah.
eating. You just ate pizza.
She can have a snack, can't she?
Gracie's in my
Go eat
way
one piece of
and
candy,
I'm
Mariana.
sick.
No,
No?
Dad.
Okay, sorry.
I thought you had Katie by her toes again.
Show him that doll.
Where's your sister?
Let me see that doll.
Mari got struck by lightning.
Wow.
We-
We're just gonna continue.
Mariana's
the
had
game
this
without
doll sitting on the couch under a blanket, and every time we look at it, we think it's Katie.
It doesn't
Like,
look
when did
that
Katie
much
get
like
by? It's
Katie.
not Katie.
him. It looks nothing.
It doesn't look like her. It's just the brown hair, and when she's sitting over under a blanket, it just kind of looks like Katie. Wilma wants to do that when I go to the Philippines. Wants to go for a 3-mile hike.
It's over there on
There's a
the
person
ground shelf.
outside.
There's
Oxygen.
I'm like a gazelle.
there's a
Did you bring Katie's
place
medicine in?
that's
No.
here.
Marty. Come on, X.
It's
Katie.
not in Jackson County or anything, but it's not that far
Katie.
from here. But it has.
Katie, look what Cece's got.
It's a place to hike, and it has like a big waterfalls,
Here's your picture.
and then at the bottom of the falls, it has a place that you can swim, and I think it's like a 3.5, 4 mile
That's in
hike.
Tennessee, isn't it?
Is it in Tennessee?
I want to think it is. Somewhere, I don't know. It's not too far, but it's just like a couple hours.
She's shoving my butt.
I would like to go there and hike to that falls and let the kids swim and do that kind of stuff. I think that would be fun.
You have to jump over the falls to get to the swimming hole.
No, you don't. Oh, well, I thought you were trying to be literal. No. But I mean,
Not
people
literal.
have pictures and stuff of it. And it's supposed to be a pretty good, easier hike, like not like hard, like up hills and stuff. Now here close to us, we have what's called the Pinnacle here, and you can hike
Straight
the
up a
Pinnacles.
mountain.
And I'm telling you, it is straight up a mountain. Like
We've done it.
and that was when I was 110
Pretty tiring.
pounds more, and it was hard.
I don't think that was at your heaviest. You might have been 70 pounds more.
I mean, it was hard. I couldn't hardly do it.
The Cubs lost. Woohoo! The Reds won, so we're like, as terrible as we're doing, our whole division's like terrible. We could actually end up in third place if we don't, kill the year. We're only like a couple of games out of third place. So there's that. I thought
The
I'll throw
color
in.
just come with the shirt.
Gonna do lots of walking. That'll be okay. Chuck needs to explore.
At the Philippines?
Philippines.
Oh, I would love to.
Takes your mind off the pain. The pain of all the walking, Kevin.
Not if it's straight up, no.
Yeah, I like the smooth little walks.
We went to one during COVID when COVID was
We went to a hike during COVID.
when everything was shut down. We hiked
Anglin
Falls. Yeah.
That's why I always run with music. Yeah, it is relaxing if you get out there and walk and stuff.
When COVID was a thing, if that makes sense. Like it was.
If you don't take all
Everything was shut down, and we did Anglin Falls, and it was a really easy hike. And Katie hiked the whole
Yeah,
time.
Anglin Falls wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
it was
There was
easy.
a couple of spots that kind of got rocky, but not too bad. Yeah, Katie walked about the whole thing. Where was it? We went with the big kids that one time.
North Carolina. No.
Natural Bridge.
Oh yeah, that was hard.
Natural Bridge has got they got some easy trails and some hard trails. But that's when Mari said, she was like, what, 3 or 4?
Yeah,
She said, if I get eat by a bear, I'm not coming back.
yeah. And Jackson said, I ain't seen mountains like this in
He's
years.
seen rocks. I ain't seen rocks like these in years. He was like, Mari was probably 5. He was probably 3. We can walk to the local gym. Long beaches.
I'll tell you, I don't like to walk on beaches for a long time. Like, you know how people run on the beach and stuff? Let me tell you, when we go
That's
to the
hard on your
beach
feet.
and we walk the pier or we walk down the beach to get to the pier and stuff, it hurts my feet. My feet are killing me when you walk.
The sand's either super like, where it's real sandy and it's deep and you're like trying to dig out of mud, and then like the other part, it's real.
Life insurance matures for like $100.
I thought you meant That's what I thought too for a minute, Kevin. I was like, wait a minute. That's why I was just like, I'm not gonna acknowledge that.
What?
The beach is so unstable. Yeah, it's you don't know what you're stepping in.
Kevin used to hike for a living. Woo!
That's why he doesn't like doing it for fun.
What is that one place where you can hike like up a mountain, like you go like all the way around like this? It's like, and like when you hike, you're like on the side of a mountain or cliff or whatever.
I don't know. I don't want to go nowhere on the side of a mountain though. That's the heights. I don't do heights.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But we like hiking. Where is it? We like, walking, but we do it in the woods a lot.
Yeah, I'm hiking in the woods. As long as it's like 10,000 degrees, I'll go out there and walk. Kurt, what's up, brother?
12.
Listen to music. Mount Everest. Mount Everest. See, I read this the other day, and I think I'd read it before. I was like, that's super weird. But they have deceased climbers that they just leave there as landmarks. Like, they just leave their bodies there. Like, is that true? Like, I don't know. Like, the people that have tried to climb it and didn't make it, they just leave them there as, like, a trail marker or something. Like, that's bizarre and stuff.
Why would anybody do that?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Kevin. Me too.
I listen to music if I'm by myself.
It is
but
true, Kurt. They just leave them there.
when we're with the kids and stuff, I don't.
Kevin's just going by what he knows. There's the cat. Kitty, 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 kitty.
It's made its way out.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
I think
That
it
goes.
liked having the house to itself for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And they get covered up with ice. Okay.
Go.
So they're just trail markers.
That's awful.
Used to climb mountains when I was a teen.
That's not. Give it to him.
It is awful.
We love to. Oh, we like to walk down the railroad tracks here in Rockcastle, where we live. We walk down the tracks and follow it and stuff. But we like to walk
We
and
travel like hobos.
hike and just we like to do those kind of things as a family. So we do that. We find old trails and stuff and walk like places that Aaron's been. There's like it's a random spot, but you drive up 25 here where we are and you pull over and there's a cave down in that.
Oh yeah, we used to live right across from that.
So
We need to go on there. It's water to get into though. We used to like going into caves and stuff.
Yeah.
Back when I was a teenager, Dad, and we'd go into caves with some of the people he hung out with. They found one. He had a green jacket on, and they were able to bring them down. He's been there over 100 years.
Oh
wow.
man, I'd have left him up there.
The flooding,
Still bad.
It's still bad. I don't know. Is it still raining on that side of the state? Like we're getting some rain now, but I don't know if it's still raining over there where the flooding was happening.
They did a news thing today where what are they doing?
I don't know. I wasn't listening to you.
Instead of like sending goods and things like that to the flooding victims and stuff that are in, like they've got a school open nearby that everybody's in the gym and stuff and staying. Instead of sending foods and stuff, they're asking for like gift cards and things like that because these families don't have anywhere to store these goods because their homes.
They've lost all their rooms.
They have the death toll up to 30 now. I think it's rising. They still haven't found people. So
yeah, people are still missing.
People are still missing.
They said it was still supposed to rain there some more.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I know. Like we went all summer with no rain, and now it's just all coming at once. Yeah, Virginia, it's green, that's for sure. It's just dirt there, Kevin said. Or Ramona said. That's what I said,
yeah.
Kevin. We travel like hobos. It's rough stuff, man.
I mean, and it's coming down hard. The rain isn't just like a light rain. It's like if you're out there for a second, you're soaked, you're drenched.
Yeah, it comes out like we were at church this morning. Some little girl came in.
And she was just going across the parking lot.
She walked. She was like it was dripping off her. It's like, well, it looks like it's raining hard out there.
And it was. It really was. So.
Chuck, do you already have your tickets for September? Yep, definitely prayers for them. Chuck, have you bought your tickets already?
I think he has bought his tickets already.
He was talking about it. I want to think he has. I know he said, he says he has. I know he said he had his passport, so he could buy them.
So we're ready. He's going to go live some, right, Chuck?
When we were on vacation.
Instead of trees, we have cacti.
I injured myself.
Should be in the cabinet in there.
X, go.
Kamari loves cactuses.
She's killed 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, 1, she said. She gets them little ones from like Walmart and keeps them in her room. Somehow she killed one. I don't know. It's just your version of a tree, Kevin. It's the same thing. Any little box in your pocket.
He's supposed to.
Quit telling Chuck what to do.
Chuck.
That's Wilma's job. Or it will be. There will be, Kevin.
Are we going to get to live stream this? Or do we get to see it? You need to have her sister video it so we can watch it.
His nickname is Shoestring at school, Kurt. I need help with ideas on how to ask.
We're going to Google some.
That's not
like,
something
what is she
Google.
close to? Like, yes, there is. You can.
No, that's something you do from the heart. You have to know the person and where you're at and your things. Like,
no, we can see like where Chuck's close to, what he's close to, like what he can do. That would be, romantical to set it up.
Kevin. Yes, Chuck. Video. That may be a private moment, y'all.
Aaron, you are sucking the life out of stuff.
Well, I'm not. Y'all are putting all this pressure on him to like go live. Maybe he don't want to go live. He's already got it down where he's going to do it at.
Okay, so now I'm going to see what's around there.
Okay,
so what he can do. Listen, you can't do the wedding ring or engagement ring in a. What? What do you do? What? Tell it, Aaron. Tell us your story.
No, I wouldn't tell it now. No. You act like it was bad. I don't care now.
A whiny baby.
Yes, I'm about to be a whiny
I'm not
baby.
saying it's bad.
That's what you're acting
You-
like. You're like, don't do this.
You couldn't do it in front of people or
That's right.
wherever because you got nervous.
Shy, nervous. That's right.
So instead, you made me feel like you were breaking up. True statement.
Why would I do that?
You said you probably need to sit down for this.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did, and
Did
opened
I?
the car door and
I
asked me to sit
I
down.
think I said I need to sit down.
No.
for this. I'm not sure I was even there. I want to do something special. Chuck,
Yes,
You can do it,
something
sir.
special. Out of this world, Mary, so she doesn't ever forget it. Here's what Aaron did. Would you want me to tell you? This
No.
is what he did 22 years ago. He
which
said,
apparently wasn't good enough now, so
that is not true. This is the story.
we'll tell them the story. But you're acting like it's a bad story.
Aaron had a bunny rabbit. It's blue.
It's mine now.
Now that Jackson takes it, won't give it to anybody. He had an Easter egg
It was
tied.
on Easter when I proposed. Or
He
like
had
right
an Easter
around
egg
Easter.
tied around this stuffed bunny's neck. He was going to propose, I guess, in front of everybody that morning at church.
Like, I was going to do it in front of people, then I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
So instead, after church was over and everybody ate that Easter, he said, "Will you walk outside with me?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'll walk outside with you." So we walked outside. He opened the car to his Jeep and said, "You probably ought to sit down for this." And I thought, oh no, what's going on? Then he handed me the stuffed rabbit, and the egg fell open before he could even ask me, but the egg fell open.
And what
So-
did you say?
Oh my gosh, what is this?
That's not how you said it.
What did I say? What did I say, Dad?
She acted like she was all excited, and she was not. She looked at the ring. She said, "What is that?" You all don't want to be like us. We are not romantic. We are not enthusiastic. We are just like.
I was like,
She
what
said,
is that?
What is that? Chuck asked Kathy during a fireworks show. That's cool.
That's nice.
See, Chuck's got this. He knows how to
You
do
got
it.
this. You don't need ours. You most
Ramona
definitely do not need ours input.
Kevin had me walk all over his house. Well, that's why you're getting him back now, making him go hiking with you, right, Ramona?
Did he have you do a scavenger hunt, Ramona?
If Wilma looks at me like Jess looks at me, like you're crazy, Chuck? It was romantic. That's good. I tried. I just.
I mean, it is a scavenger
chickened
hunt.
out.
Is
That
Ramona?
I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
Romantic.
Yeah, that's fun.
Aaron
Something-
chickened out. I mean, I'm not saying that.
I just didn't do it in front of people. I did it the way I wanted to, just not in front of people.
He literally opened his car door and said,
I don't remember saying you might want to sit down.
you might
for
want to
this.
sit down for this. So to me,
I am bad, Chuck.
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
this is not good news. Whatever you got to tell me isn't good. So I felt like, oh no, are we breaking
Well, her
up? What's
reaction to
going
the ring
on?
didn't sound too good either.
So
What
when
is
it
that?
opened, I was like, what is this? Like, I was lost. I was confused, you know. But here we are. Years
I don't know if
later.
she's ever been head over heels, Chuck.
August. I mean, our anniversary's coming up.
Yep.
August 8th.
Sunday?
Next. Is it Sunday? When's
It's
the 8th?
Monday. Sunday or Monday? When's the 8th? It's August 8th.
Tomorrow's the 1st.
Now Ramona's getting you back. That's right.
So here we are. Married 19 years.
You nudge my toes with your foot one more time, I'll chop it off.
And I saw somebody's Facebook post a while ago. It said it's not as easy as we've made it look. I don't know if we've made it look
Monday.
easy, but it's not been easy.
So
This
Monday,
is a
we've
cute
been
story.
married 19 years Monday.
What's worse is when the woman says sit down. I have something important to tell you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I was nervous. Aaron.
It's the we need to talk.
But
that
see, the
you don't
thing
wanna
is
hear.
he apparently hadn't told his parents when he was going to ask
I
the
didn't tell
question.
nobody. I told your mom, I think. I think your mom helped me pick out the ring.
Oh yeah, so my mom knew, but apparently his parents didn't know.
Is it Kevin?
So
I think
yes,
we knew that. I think we knew that.
Yeah. So his parents didn't know, but his mom said she saw him putting a ring.
Mama said she knew something was going on or something.
In a stuffed animal or in the thing. So he said his mom says she knew something was going on.
Y'all, I'm like, I don't know what y'all think how I am now, but back then I was I was shy and even more awkward and backward and like I know I'm not a super cool guy now, but I was way worse back then. So like I was terrified to do anything. I didn't want nobody knowing what was happening till it happened. I'm like, don't tell nobody this, don't tell nobody that.
Aaron he did not talk to people. He's not, like
y'all don't know how hard this channel was to start for me.
That's true.
Talk to you all.
So, Kevin, your birthday's the 8th and Ramona's the 9th? Wow.
Did y'all plan that? What I want to know is when a man asks for something and the woman says, I love you, that means no chance and put it back. But when a woman asks and we say, I love you, that means yes, I'll buy it. Everything means yes, I'll buy it when a woman asks for it.
Listen, when Aaron says something to me, I'm like, what? What do you want?
I asked her if I could buy those cards in Ethan's channel a while ago.
Yeah, he did.
I said,
and I was
buy
like,
those?
Whatever. I was like, sure, whatever.
That's right, yeah. When a woman asks, everything we say means, yes, I'll buy it.
Now, if a player owns all the lots of any color group, the rent is doubled.
That's cool, though. Y'all birthdays are right next to each other.
Yeah.
24.
Ours are nowhere near each other.
It
A few
doubles
months
until you
apart.
build on it. Then it just
What we should have done is got married in June because Aaron's birthday's in
May, June, July.
Then we'd had our anniversary in June and then my birthday in July. That would have been cool.
It wasn't India, Kevin. It was a Kino, but yeah. I actually bought it and then said, can I buy those? Like Chuck said, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. My sister and her husband were one day apart too. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Me lose money.
When's Wilma's birthday?
Wilma!
This one makes more money than
And when's your birthday, Chuck?
The kids are back. Can you tell?
You should plan your wedding date.
I've got Chuck's birthday in my phone somewhere.
You better not forget my birthday. He can't. He shouldn't know.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be awful. When's your anniversary?
Alex, when is your birthday? Oh, January. Mine is January 28th. My wife's is January 15th.
Yeah.
Your birthday should have been closer to mine. You did that wrong.
There are times that Aaron does forget my birthday.
I've never forgotten your birthday.
Did you go?
I may not have something prepared, but I know.
You don't always know when it is either.
What do you mean I don't know when it is?
Sometimes you forget and think it's July something.
Sometimes I get confused, but that's because I'm old and senile, honey. That's not because I forgot your birthday.
Can I ask you a question? How is it going to cost you money to trade?
Y'all like laying on the couch, look here. Them girls need to go to
I give you
bed.
this one.
Just let them stay
You're
there.
gonna start making $25.
Mine is September 29th. Wilma is February 23rd.
Whew, there's a huge gap there.
I have the same birthday as President Donald Trump. Flag there.
And I'm gonna only be making
Kurt is
$24.
Mr. Patriotic like that with Chuck. Our anniversary is May 30th. 24 years.
Wow. May 30th.
Wilma is easy for me to remember because it's the day after I got saved. Oh, that's cool, Chuck.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Don't forget your... That's the best advice you can give guys get married. Don't forget her birthday.
That's true. You also shouldn't forget Mother's Day.
Mothers have a day? When
Shouldn't
did that
forget
happen?
birthday or Christmas. Aaron doesn't get me
Forget
nothing.
Christmas. You're so
May 31st.
June 14th. What's May 31st? Oh, mine and Kathy's anniversary.
Yeah.
Nice. And theirs is the 30th.
Pretty cool.
It's a small world after all. What's June 14th? Kurt's birthday? I won't, Alex.
I'm not trading you. You're not making me gonna trade you.
You should pick. You should get married on. Are you going to get married on a Saturday or a Friday? Get married on a Friday. Be different.
They might want to get married during the week. Are you getting married here or there, Chuck?
More money than me.
Get married in the Philippines and make Aaron fly.
I love you, Chuck. Not that much.
You're never gonna make that.
Wherever you do it so we can fly somewhere for the first time ever. Wouldn't
Oh, they're
that
doing
be
it both.
awesome?
Yeah, that's right. They're doing it both.
I will.
Both places.
Yeah, they're going to do a service both. I remember him saying that.
Well, do it. Do the other wedding somewhere else, so we can fly. To be the first time Aaron flies, that would be awesome.
We're going to do it up there in his backyard. I was just going to touch it. Kevin, you're a bad influence.
Oh, can we go to Kevin's? Are we going to do it in Kevin's backyard? Did you see him in his backyard? That was awesome. Let's do that.
She got really excited there all of a sudden over your backyard, Kevin. Weddings are cheap in Vegas. There you go. And we can dress up like Elvis.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Kevin is officiating.
Affiliated.
Officiating.
Joker, trust me, I know just about everything about the flag and the flag code. Yeah, Chuck is Mr. Patriotic.
Give me that. Don't take that in there.
I'm going to go beat some kids. I'll be back.
So, where is the wedding going to happen? Here at?
Because he's sitting there for 15 minutes trying to convince Xavier to trade properties after Xavier said no. And now he just won't
I think
go.
we should do it in
After he got
Kevin's backyard.
There,
When
I didn't leave.
Kevin has done a stream or something where it was where he showed us what his backyard looked like.
Well, tell him to stop screaming at me to go, okay? It was 4 whole freaking seconds.
A tiny backyard. Well, the view from your backyard's amazing.
Just roll. I'm sorry, it was 5 seconds. My
Go.
bad, Maureen. Go. I did.
We can do it in our backyard. We don't have a huge backyard, but we have a pretty decent backyard.
Heck yeah, we'll do it here.
No, we have to do wherever we can fly. We've got to choose somewhere to fly.
Almost got out of that one. Weddings are cheap.
Yes.
Backyard, yay.
Kevin, do
Count
your
me
wedding.
in, Alex
We just
says.
need to know where.
Kevin
Where
has
is
a
it going
tiny
to be located? Chuck.
Well, he's not allowed to say. Wilma has to say. You know, Wilma has to. Wilma has to approve everything. Well, the view from our balcony is cool. You can see the Vegas Strip, but only about 5 people can fit. Well, there you go, Kevin.
Maybe that's
Kevin,
the view you showed
It
us.
won't work. I was gonna say Kevin and Chuck and Wilma could be up there, but then that would be hard to get her up there after she makes her entrance and stuff. But if you get just you all up there, that would be pretty cool. I'm hoping to have Mud Dog as the best man. Yeah, he's super excited about that.
Well, Mud Dog is in Alabama. Let's see.
How long do you need to plan this, Chuck? You all could do it right after Mari's graduation or right before it. Or right during it.
Please don't propose during my graduation.
No, he's not proposing. He's going to get married.
Right when
Please
she,
don't get married during my graduation.
right when she
She
walks
said, please
on
don't get
stage.
married during my graduation.
No, Dad, that means you had to fly to the wedding instead of the graduation.
I'll give you my free card.
What?
There's a place here
You can pay $50 to get out of jail.
that would be super nice.
There is?
Yes.
Where?
The Broadhead Depot.
But you don't have
It has that huge yard area, and
pay the 50.
Up there on the stage?
that has that stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a decent place.
It's beautiful,
Oh, wait, that'll...
and we could feed everybody.
But Chuck's got local people, probably. That may
They'll
not-
just have to come to Kentucky.
Jesse's only concerned about what she wants.
Well, I'm saying, like, if we're all gonna be here,
Who's we all?
Like Mud Dog's coming to Mari's graduation. Chuck's coming to Mari's graduation. Kevin, you and Ramona are coming to Mari's graduation. So
Did you know that, Kevin?
Everybody coming. Alex, I'm sorry, you're going to figure out how to get here from
Alex,
Canada.
you have to fly down. That would be sick for everybody to come, but we won't be mad if you don't. We understand. And we can pull out our mattresses and y'all just sleep here on the floor.
Yeah. We'll just bed and breakfast here.
If you do it during graduation, you can save on money on photography. There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
T-Rex's arms compared to your body are longer than your body.
There you go. Two for the price of one. It'll be next May
It'll be
sometime,
in May,
Kevin.
yeah.
Or June, depending on how weather and stuff goes. That'll be awesome. Let's plan it. Sorry, I wish I could. Oh, Alex.
Alex.
Well, we're definitely going to live her graduation, though.
Oh, yeah, we'll live it.
Not nervous as
I
though
can
you're
do
nervous
it
are,
first.
because you have freaking anger issues.
Awesome.
I will steal your
Not awesome that she had to leave, but awesome that she'll be back.
Really do stop. Don't reach over the board.
Okay.
That'll be good. I know
It'll
that
be
stuff's
good.
hard.
But her sister's still here, right, Chuck? That's what I understand. Well, we have Ramona is serious. We may try and make it to the graduation. Well, that
Woo,
would be cool.
woo! That would be awesome,
more than
too.
welcome.
Yes.
We have 90 days to get married, but we're planning on services afterward here and there.
So do you have 90 days to get married
Once you file for the visa,
once you file for the visa?
Annabelle has dual citizenship. Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Kentucky.
So how did Annabelle get dual citizenship but not Wilma? Just asking. I mean, you don't have to share.
This is one.
But I was just curious.
If you want to share, you don't have to.
But you can't.
Once
90
she's
days once
in,
she's here. Okay.
in the United States.
Everybody starts screaming at it again.
But, like, do you have to do it in 90 days? Or is it like
That's what he just said.
you have to do it in 90 days?
Probably have to have it the official, like the paperwork signed in 90 days. You probably don't have to, I mean, you can do the service whenever you want, right? You just have to have the paperwork and junk filled out. 'Cause, you know, you don't have to have the service to be married. Kevin! Kevin's going to get in trouble. Kevin's like me. He stays in trouble.
Maury, we will know the exact graduation date probably in April. We'll know, so we can give everybody plenty of time to.
That may not be plenty of time
If you want to come to her graduation, we'll try to give everybody plenty of time.
I'll have to save tickets for everybody.
15 years ago, her husband brought her here, and after a couple of years, she became a citizen, and she filed. That's cool.
That's Annabelle, right? So Wilma hasn't never been able to come here.
I live in a state of trouble. I understand, Kevin. I understand.
That would be amazing if everybody could come to Kamari's graduation. That would be awesome.
Kevin, maybe you can sneak me in a large box. Just mail yourself down here, Alex. We have to get married within 90 days. So we just go to a JP. Then later we'll have service for everyone here and then there. Okay.
That would be awesome, Ramona.
Make a vacation out of it.
There's lots of stuff here.
Lots of hiking. We can take you on the pinnacles, Ramona.
No, let's not go to the Pinnacles. We can do Angling Falls. Mari's like, I like the Pinnacles. Somehow I've
You flunked down there, honey bunny.
slumped down. Going hiking, that would be awesome.
$200
Don't forget to poke air holes in the box.
you haven't made the
Yep.
And you could fly in.
Because I'm not flying out. That's my plan for next year is take a week of vacation for Mari's graduation. Chuck, you're too kind.
And,
I want to come
that
home
would
in
be
one
awesome.
piece. You would be in one piece, Ramona.
What was he on?
And I mean, you're more than welcome to stay here,
That would be sick, Kurt.
Chuck.
You
I
should
mean,
do that for sure.
Chuck, you could stay here. We have a couch. We have air mattresses. You could stay here. Ramona, Kevin, more
can have
welcome. You
Jackson's
could
bed.
stay. But there is a hotel that's really close by, too.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids. We don't have a lot of room. We can make room if you're up for roughing it for a day or two. Kurt, that would be the best thing ever. Right as they announce her name, you just come parachuting down. Thanks for reminding me. Did something prevent you from... I just don't do heights, Kevin. I don't like the idea of being up that high. I'm just a big chicken. That's why my man card's gone, Kevin. Yeah, that would be cool, Chuck, if Wilma was there to come
It
too.
would be awesome,
If we could get we do like, I don't know, not saying Mario, but we do need to find some place and everybody meet in the middle just to hang out one time.
That would be awesome.
You know, just for everybody. Just
And we are
meet.
in the middle, aren't we?
Well,
For Mud Dog and
Mud Dog and Chuck.
and
but
Chuck.
Kevin's way over there.
Kevin's way over
you
there,
know,
so
we'd
it's
have
not in the
to-
middle for
We
him.
might have to everybody meet a little out west somewhere in the middle. Get an aisle seat then. Kevin, stop trying to make me feel bad.
What I'm saying is like Aaron has never flown at all. He's never even done boats, and he won't do a boat either.
I do boats. I don't want to go on no cruise for a month or week or whatever. I've heard too many bad stories about them. You're right, Chuck. It's not the fall, it's the sudden stop.
I did get him on an air balloon once,
Yep.
and he about flipped
about
his
did.
lid.
Like I was hanging, like it was one of those tethered ones. It
Yes,
was like,
it was tethered to the
what was it,
ground.
like 500 feet or
No,
something?
it was 3,000. Like we
3,000?
were. Like we were
300 feet off.
300
It was only 300?
feet.
I thought it went up to 5.
No.
Well,
You're on twin.
get me more than like 20. I'm not about it.
So we were what, 300, 500 feet off the ground, and it was
I had a grip on both sides of the rail, the walkway, and was it Jackson come up to me?
No, X was a
X?
baby.
I said, get
yeah,
that kid away
he
from
was
me.
a toddler.
And Ari and Lyran sat there like, look, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were showing what they do.
We just sat
They
there.
were over there
rock running,
dancing.
and they're like, look, no hands.
And I've got a death grip on the rails.
Yes. Aaron had a death grip on
And
the
then
rails.
he said,
I was
Jess, if
proud
you
of
don't get these
myself
two
for
away from
going
me,
up
we're
in
gonna have
it.
problems.
I don't care if I was scared or not. I went.
And then Xavier was toddling.
They may have, Chuck. You may be right. You've heard stories. Well, I heard this one time with this minivan was cruising down the road. Kevin, you're about to not be on my good list. Which doesn't really mean anything.
When was
But
that?
most likely I would
Xavier
probably
was
miss
a
the target
toddler
because
because
of
he
all
was
this.
just walking around. Yeah, Reed was with us. And
That's all right, Kurt. It'd still be cool.
For a baby.
X came through
Still
and
be
was
awesome.
pulling on Dad's leg, and Dad said, "Get this child away from me."
I was
When
not
did we go to that?
a happy camper.
It was years. I don't know.
It's been a
honey.
long time, honey. That's down in Tennessee. Is that down there behind the upside down house?
I was on the air balloon.
Yes, honey.
Yes,
you
honey,
were,
we
but
just
you were
said that.
You
smaller.
was telling me I wasn't.
Yes.
You almost jumped in the hole. and
I said there was a big hole.
There was, but there's a big.
Didn't he?
Go in there and stop.
I'm not doing anything.
Go play your game.
Mark's turn.
It's Mari's turn.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
Can I have a fan? 25.
So, does anyone have Pacific?
Oh no.
Anyway, carry on. We're
What?
what?
Scaffold cane here?
No, it wasn't Scaffold Cane. It was Calvary Hill in Stanford. Anyway,
Who put you out
I have
there?
no idea.
Your dad did.
probably he's a wiener. All right, let's catch back up on the chat. My very first flight was to Hawaii. There's a lot of ocean between here and there. It was scary at first, but now I can fly anywhere. I love takeoffs and landings.
You're on my hair.
Everybody's on your hair. Your hair is everywhere.
No, I didn't. I didn't say go.
No better feeling than landing.
I said, does anybody have that?
You said go first.
And
Listen, y'all are gonna make me jump on a plane somewhere.
Then give me the money. I'll give you the money. I can't. You already went.
There you go, Kevin. Kurt could parachute out with a banner saying, "Wilma, will you marry me?"
That would be awesome.
But he's already going to have proposed by that point.
I would love, I like those banner things. Like, you know, when people fly across and they say all these things, that would be awesome.
Skywriting, Chuck.
Skywriting, yeah.
In the clouds or whatever with the puffs of smoke.
That's what you need. Can that be done in the Philippines?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Like when you're out there, you need to see if somebody will skywrite for you that says, "Will you marry me?" That would be awesome.
Right above MacArthur Park.
Right, yeah, right.
I should parachute with the banner. Now we're talking, Chuck. Chuck's got it, and Chuck's going to jump out with the banner.
I wouldn't do it, just in case you don't make the fall. Oh, in case your parachute doesn't, you know.
All right, don't put that. That would be crazy expensive. Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, it would, I'm sure.
I'll give you 2 reds for 2 greens.
I don't know how much it would cost, but yeah. Maybe you could find somebody you knew that
In the Philippines?
flew a plane.
How many people you know in the Philippines, Chuck?
To negotiate a trade that I'd be losing.
Well, maybe like Annabelle would know somebody in the Philippines that drives a plane or flies a plane and that could just have a banner.
$50 difference
I don't know.
with hotel costs
Just a thought.
is in the long run.
If the chute doesn't open, it's highly likely I would feel it. You would feel the dread on the way down.
Yeah, I
though.
know. Could you
Oh,
imagine
no, this is it.
what you're thinking though if your parachute didn't open, like your thoughts?
And the houses should be cheaper on these. Yeah, houses cost $2.
I refuse. I like having wings. Yeah, it's like, no, I'm up here to stay up here. I didn't come up here and jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Like my thought, I guess I would be praying the whole way that God would make it a soft landing, or, you know, that it would just take me out right then and I wouldn't feel anything.
To get a hotel, you have to pay
Oh,
$100
Kurt, that's a bad feeling, I imagine.
So to get a
If I
hotel,
jumped
you
out
have
with a
to
banner, it'd be
pay
dang. It's like I've had my main chute not work and had to go to backup.
for those properties,
That makes me ill just thinking about
Yeah, it does make me ill too. First of all, I would never jump out of a plane.
it. My thoughts would be, see you soon, Dad and Kathy. And have a grin the whole way down.
Well, I mean, if you look at it that way, yes.
Yikes, Kurt.
Yeah, but I'm not giving you park place. I know you're not going to give me.
You'd be like, "Kathy, I'm coming now. I'm coming soon.
Like Sanford and Son. It's the big one.
Know that you're never.
Wait on me at the gate."
So you have.
You'd be like yelling, "Kathy, be at the gate waiting."
You do.
You can't scare me with Evan.
That's true.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is, yeah.
You have both. Have
Waiting on them.
It's like, uh-oh, backup better work.
Yeah.
It's just a $350 difference.
In that case, forget the shoot. He
Oh.
didn't say he was in a hurry, Kevin. He just said he's ready.
What's
You didn't, yeah, Kevin.
in the end?
I had a friend that I didn't know him well.
He said
For these two, that would be different.
he didn't really, you know.
These two for those two.
Wow.
Are not that far apart.
No, Kevin.
A big deal.
Yeah, Kurt, that's
And
a
we're
bad
not
story.
trying to get on a debate here, Kevin, on whether or not suicide takes you to heaven or not. Or are we?
It's just,
Nobody said anything about it. You just opened it up. Nobody else.
Opened a can of
Nobody
worms.
else had even said it.
I just opened a can of worms. But, you know, everybody give your insight. We can do a friendly debate.
I know I wouldn't do it. Parachuting doesn't look fun to me. It doesn't me either.
Parachuting doesn't look fun to me either. I wouldn't do it either.
Like, I know people are just like thrill seekers and they're like, I just want to fall out of the sky. But I'm like, no, thank you.
But I think I know how Ramona and Kevin would believe because they're...
No debate. I want to go to heaven, just not today.
No debate.
Free fall looks extremely fun, Chuck said. Chuck, have you ever been to like one of those indoor parrots?
Well, I'm just
Where
saying
they put the big fan
how-
on you and blow you up there like that? Have you ever
how
done that?
everyone believes.
I don't know.
Aaron's trying to get away from it because he doesn't want to talk about it. He's trying to change the subject. I believe once saved, always saved.
There's different types of jump and jump out of it. Like, was a lot easier for me. There's also line jumping that has a line.
You want
back.
to commit suicide badly?
No!
I'm so lost.
Keep up. The thing I just asked him, the thing where the big fan blows you up and it feels like parachuting.
Uh-huh.
That's what he's talking about. He wants to do that. 100% agree, Mama. I think y'all know my belief. Hey, there's Surfer. What's going on, sir?
Oh, yeah. I believe once saved, always saved. So
High altitude jumps.
there was one time Aaron's dad preached on that, and I think actually the church or something didn't agree with him. And it was a huge fight in the church, wasn't it?
I don't remember that one.
Yes, because some man got up and walked out.
Because he said
that even if I went and committed suicide today, I would still go to heaven because I was saved.
Yeah, that does sound familiar. And that guy's like, no, you wouldn't.
And that guy said, no, you wouldn't. And he got up and he walked out.
I think I remember that.
Wait, who is right, Mom?
Come on, Mama, pay attention.
I want to know.
She's slow like me, Chuck.
X, who's right? Papa was right. You're saved.
That's right, Chuck. They can.
Because even though, X, come here. See, this is why I wanted to talk about it, because even our children are confused. They don't understand.
No, if you're saved, you're saved. And nothing
Jackson knows. He knows everything.
Okay, X. Once you're saved, you're saved. So, saved people can have depression, have anxiety. Just because you're saved doesn't mean that you can't
Get
have
off.
trials and tribulations, right? Things happen in our life. Just because you're saved does not mean your life is 100% perfect. Just because you're saved doesn't mean you're never going to have troubles and trials, right? So when you're saved people can have depression. The devil can still attack saved people, right? So
I'm laughing.
So what I'm saying is, somebody who commits suicide, if because the weight of the world has gotten to them and they think that that's the only way that they can make things better, or that's the only thing, so they've committed suicide and they were saved, they're going to go to heaven, because once you're saved, you're always saved. Salvation isn't something that you can that can be taken away from you. I always say our God is not an Indian giver. I say that all the time.
Kurt suffers from PTSD.
I have PTSD too. I suffer from PTSD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ramona. I think I have several of them. Yeah, go out and do it now. 22 soldiers commit suicide every day. 22. That is crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. And people who suffer PTSD, or people who are soldiers and have, had those traumatic events or the trauma that they've had from that, do commit suicide. And to say that those soldiers went to hell because they committed suicide, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, if you're saved, you're saved. God doesn't take your salvation away because you have committed suicide because of the pain that you have felt, and then you feel like that's the only way that you can have any kind of relief.
Talking about jumping out of airplanes. Go.
What?
Can I go back in there?
Yes. Yeah. What I'm saying is,
I've done 22-mile rucks to raise awareness for that exact thing.
Yeah. I 100% believe that, my God's not going to give me everlasting life and give me salvation and give me my salvation just to take it away because I did something wrong, right?
My dad had PTSD because of World War II.
Wow.
So, yeah. I think people don't understand how prevalent PTSD is and stuff like that. They're like, oh, well, that's just a few people. I mean, but that's people everywhere. I mean, you probably know somebody that's dealing with it, even if you don't realize it. And it's not, I mean, soldiers probably have it the most, but I mean, people that go through stuff every day. I mean, Jess has been through an ordeal, and people that go through other stuff. It's not just, that, but I mean, that's a big cause of it.
Yeah, that's why I say nowhere in the Bible does it say that suicide's going to send you to hell. But what's amazing, though, is people say that if you commit suicide, you're going to go to hell because you didn't get to ask forgiveness for that sin. Because
that's what gets me is people say, well, it's because you didn't ask forgiveness. Well, what if I sin and don't ask forgiveness and then I die for some other reason? Just before I've asked for forgiveness. I mean, is it the same thing? Well, no, it's the same thing you're saying.
Well, that's what they're saying. There are people say that if you sin, you can't go to heaven. So if you sin and don't ask forgiveness for that sin, you can't go to heaven. So if you commit suicide, you are not asking God you can't ask God to forgive you for murder. So you're not going to heaven. So you're automatically going to hell. That's not true. Because if I die today, I've probably sinned somewhere today because everybody sins all the time. So there's not a day that goes by that you don't sin. So at the end of the night, before I go to bed, I ask God to forgive me for all my sins, no matter what they are, great or small. A sin is a sin. I feel like all sins are equal, from the smallest lie to the greatest thing as murder. All sin is sin. The only unforgivable sin is blasphemy.
Not being saved.
And that is not accepting God. That's the only unforgivable sin. If you turn your back on God, if He is knocking on your door, asking you to come in, asking you to accept Him in your heart, and you turn your back on Him and you die the next hour, the next day, then yes, you're going to go to hell because you did not accept God as your Lord and Savior. You didn't accept Him. So yes, you will die and go to hell. But if you accept God as your Lord and Savior and you've asked Him into your heart, and through trials and tribulations and through life events, suicide happens, you're going to go to heaven. I will see you at that pearly gate. It's going to happen. And do you know how many people who will probably attack this video because I've said that? But
ain't nobody gonna watch it.
It is the truth. It is what happens. Amen.
Jesse's gonna get in trouble for being a preacher. Hey, Chuck, I can't imagine what some of you all have, Chuck, what you deal with on a daily basis. Kurt, I know you've been through some rough stuff we've talked about. Kevin, I know what you're doing right now. I'm sure that's rough.
The signal that it's okay for the next person. The signal that it's okay for the next person to go. Set the dice in front of them.
Don't forget to smile. That's right, Kevin. Yep. That's right. She's our kid no matter what. We're his kids no matter what.
She already paid.
The right people will watch this video. I'd say those of you that are watching it now are the right people.
Oh yeah.
And we love every one of you for being here.
And that's what I say. God is our Father. He is our Father. He punishes His children just like we as humans punish our children. We punish our children for doing things that they shouldn't do. God punishes people for doing things that they shouldn't do.
Chuck said unsubscribe to the woman preacher.
Oh, I don't preach.
You're preaching right now.
I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching. I am telling the truth.
She's just evangelizing.
I'm not evangelizing. I'm not preaching. I'm telling the truth.
Right. And he may send somebody to see this video, I mean, somebody might need to see this, and he may put it out there and on their suggested, and they might see it, it might help them.
I just feel like I like to talk about things. I like to debate. Not necessarily debate, but everybody has their own
incorrect opinions
about things. Aaron and I we have different opinions about the Bible in different things. For example, I'm going to go ahead and bring it out there. Aaron does not believe in drinking any type of alcohol. He doesn't think that you should drink. Feel like if I can drink without getting drunk, having a drink here and there to me is absolutely fine. I do not believe that it's a sin to drink. But Aaron, on the other hand, does not drink at all. He doesn't want to drink, has no intentions of drinking, does not believe it.
Kevin said smile.
That's not the point, apparently, Eggs. It's
I
just the
am.
fact that you're losing.
Chuck agrees with me. I'm right. You're wrong.
So Chuck agrees with you.
And it's, I mean, I don't know that's necessarily, it's just that it's very hard for people who like to drink socially, not for that to build and into something else.
But I do. I mean, I'm not lying to you all. I'm going to tell you the
She has
truth.
one occasionally.
I do drink occasionally.
And
I do
give her
not.
the stink eye every time.
I do not drink all the time.
Never around the kids.
I never drink around the children.
What are you doing with that chicken? That chicken's blinged out. It is wrong to be drunk.
It is wrong to be drunk. I do agree that it is wrong to get drunk where you have no idea what's going on. You can't even hold yourself up. There's no reason for that.
What about being tipsy? Where do you draw the line? Where is it okay and not okay?
I think that it's where God convicts you. I think God convicts everybody differently. God convicts some people to wear dresses and never cut their hair, but that's not how he convicts me.
So he lets you cut your hair and then have some fake hair attached to it. It takes 5 drinks to get drunk, then one drink makes you 1/5 drunk. So partially drunk.
Are you trying to tell me that I shouldn't drink at all, Chuck?
Tell her that, Chuck.
What I'm saying is I think that everybody feels differently about that.
What are you doing?
Bibster.
Thanks, Bibster.
Way to jump in there, Bibster.
What Bibster said.
But I feel like I do go and I'll go out with some of my friends and we'll sit and I have one drink. I do not.
I'm hating this conversation right now because the kids are right in there hearing it.
Yeah, but I mean how is it wrong for my kids to know that?
Because I feel like that's encouraging them to do it.
I'm not encouraging them to.
You're not encouraging
Because
them
they
not to when
shouldn't
you say
drink.
It's okay.
They shouldn't drink at all until they're an adult. But I'm not going to
they
tell
shouldn't
them that
drink
even
either.
as an adult that they should not. Because I feel it's how they're convicted. It's if God convicts them not to drink and says that it's wrong, then they shouldn't do that.
You still see that love in her eye, Chuck. She's staring me down and giving me this.
No, because I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm not saying that I'm wrong.
Kevin.
That means it's 2 different rules for 2 different.
If I eat steak, I'm 1/5 fat.
Amen. God does
No.
say not to be
He
glutton.
does say not to be a glutton, but he didn't. He tells you to eat.
But God didn't say not to drink.
In fact, he did turn water
Whoa.
into wine.
Well, see, that's where another part of the debate comes in. Was it always actually wine in the Bible? Or some people say, I'm very nervous, Bibster. Some people say they just didn't have a word for juice, so
They used wine.
they say wine for everything. I don't drink anymore. It gives me a headache. Jessie gives me a headache when she gets drunk. Or when she drinks. She don't get drunk.
I never get drunk.
She has.
I'm not going to lie. I have.
You may go, sir.
Go.
This is an adult conversation.
Then I'll beat up Katie.
I'm not going to lie. I have.
It's the excess. That's true,
Take
Sonia.
whatever you want from Xavier's money.
Right.
He's not in here.
Okay.
But I do
quit.
what they call social drinking. I do not. I can go months, years,
Not very often.
and
does she
never
do it.
drink.
Well,
Make him come in here.
but
if you're
I
playing
have.
the game, go. If you're done, okay, he's done. But
Like,
it's
you
me.
don't know. You can't just be done in the middle of the game. That is your rule that you
He's been
said.
he's been telling everybody that if they don't get in there, he was gonna put their money in the middle.
Make him come in here.
Go
You
in there and
can't
finish the
put him in
game,
middle of
X. Eating like a normal human being isn't being a glutton, Kevin. There it goes.
Send it in, man.
It's now recovering alcoholic.
Whose turn is it?
It's Christian's turn.
I feel like for some people, it's like how recovering alcoholics do it. It's all or nothing. Yeah. And like I said, people start off with, social doing stuff. It's okay, 1 or 2, but then, it builds up.
Xavier, stop.
I kind of hope there was makeup involved, Kevin.
What I'm saying is everybody has different views on every different thing, and I thank God. And I mean, you guys tell me wrong, Kevin, Chuck, anybody out there. You guys, talk to us about this. How do you feel? I feel like God
This is a
convicts.
safe space.
Yeah, this is a safe space. I do feel like God convicts everybody differently. I really do. I feel like God convicts everybody differently, and if you're convicted, if you feel deep in your heart that something is wrong, then you shouldn't do it. So if I'm out socially drinking and in my heart I feel like this is wrong, I should not do it, then I shouldn't do it, because that's God convicting you and that you should not do those things. If God's convicted me that I should always wear a dress to church on Sunday morning or when I go to church, or that I should have long hair and never cut it, then I should do those things, because that is God's way of saying, hey, this is what I need from you and this is how you should be.
And that may have to do with how he plans on using you in his plan for your life.
Yeah.
What kind of tool he wants you to be. But let's just jump on down in the hole since we're here. What about the part where it says, if it offends your brother, don't do it?
Well, if I'm with somebody and it offends them, then I wouldn't. Like, I don't drink.
It offends me.
If you're around, do I drink when you're around? Unless I ask you, and when it's just you and me out,
And if she asks me if I say no, she's like,
no, I do not. If I say, Aaron, do you care if I have a drink? You'll say yes or no.
What do I
And
say?
most of the time you say, well, if you really want one. But sometimes you'll say, no, I would rather you didn't, and I don't.
I have a drink every 2 years
I
or
feel like if
so.
Dad told you no to anything, you'd argue with him.
Your son knows you.
Yeah, I give up. I'm not getting it.
Oh, Chuck, see, now we can't know. You hurt me deep, Chuck.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says Tennessee Vols are terrible.
So,
No, I'm not a word. I'm going to go.
Amber Bock dark beer was my beverage.
I don't drink beer. Disgusting.
Yeah, Jesse does get those frou-frou drinks.
Yeah.
Reading Railroad.
Amaretto sour is what I normally drink.
I'll take 50 bucks.
But I have one. That's it.
2 sets of
Like, I mean, that's it.
the past go, and then immediately.
And there are plenty of times that I go out with my friends and I don't have anything. They'll drink one and I drink nothing. Or Pepsi. But, I mean.
Well, we're waiting for it, Kevin.
Yes, Kevin, I am waiting. That's what I'm waiting on. I want to hear your opinion.
Actually, we want to hear Ramona's opinion, Kevin. We don't care about
Mommy,
yours.
I've normally said.
I'm kidding. I feel like I know what Kevin's leaning towards.
6.
I feel like you and Kevin are a lot alike.
6.
I'm not so sure on this one.
You're not sure?
Not so sure.
You go ahead.
Drum roll, please.
I'm glad I didn't land on that.
We're waiting, Kevin. Who is this? A moment in the Word. Hello, a moment in the Word.
Or he's got the jackpot.
Welcome to the show.
Me $25.
The oftentimes nonsensical, insane world of us.
pay Xavier 200.
40, 50.
I'm about to give you
Somebody do the Jeopardy thing.
You say
Do,
you
do, 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 do.
Can I give Xavier 100?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is a real thing. It's a real person.
If you pay the bank $100.
Kevin's a big beer addict.
If he pays 50 here, you can pay 100 here.
That was pretty good, Kevin.
50 bank in the middle.
Oh, hello, Darian.
If he puts a 50 in to get out
Darian has awesome tours of Germany.
and then he has to pay,
I don't get
then he has to pay 2 more 50s.
Tell us your thought, Kevin.
You don't need to get
That's good.
Anyways, what I was going to say was back to the
Kevin's been in Las Vegas too long. We can't really take his opinion seriously.
sin and stuff. I tell my girlfriend, she's amazing. But anyways,
You
I
have a
tell her all the
girlfriend?
time.
Wait a minute.
Stop. I tell her all
That's a
the
whole nother thing.
She
Can of
is.
worms.
She's a different belief than I am, and I tell her all the time that my God's not an Indian giver. I tell her all the
Can't
time.
say that.
I tell her that all the time.
That is super inappropriate.
Why?
in jail is over. And if you can't afford to pay out of jail, you have to in there for as long as we pay for you to stay there.
Oh, I tell her that all the time.
I'm sorry, we are hick and country folk. We say sayings that are not often intended
I just won't
the way they're taken because that's just the way that they were raised.
don't land on that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
How about I get out of jail?
Anyway,
Die.
Kevin, how about a burger with the beer?
Well, I guess everybody can laugh because I have no idea what's going on.
She still don't know what she's talking about. I just told her and she don't know what I'm talking about.
Apparently, something I just said is racist.
Aaron, get thicker skin. It didn't offend me. And I don't want to offend other people. I mean, you know. Not over that. I like burgers and beer restaurant without the beer, Ramona says.
Well, there.
Darian is awesome. Yes, sir. I've watched a couple of his videos. Nice little walks around Germany.
Oh, because I said Indian?
Indian giver, yeah.
Well, am I
Indian.
offended myself?
You might be. She's part Indian. Maybe she can say it since she's part Indian.
Plus 0 equals.
I mean, maybe not, but I...
Is that Indian or Native American Indian?
I have no intentions of offending anybody if that offended anybody.
I have a sort of devotion Monday through. Oh, that's a nice moment in the word. Darian.
Oh, wow.
We'll have to check that part out.
For sure. We didn't mean for this to turn into a devotion, but
I don't know if it's a devotion. We're just having
we're just having it as a conversation.
debate conversation. Cool, Darian. Yeah, everybody go check his out. So is this your... So you have a devotion on this channel, Darian? On a moment in the word?
Okay, so if you do that, Jackson,
So you've got two
then
channels?
I will quit.
Is it my turn?
Receive.
And I'm not like, super...
Why did you say that? We didn't say that. We gave no name. You're taking my hair with you.
Get rid of some of that hair.
Listen to me.
It's way past my bedtime.
We gave no names. This does not.
I'm all for it. Well, I'm gonna say this is gonna sound bad. I'm all for offending people when they're being babies, and I'm not talking about like being offended. But if they're gonna get offended over something snowflakey, but I try to be wary of saying things
Snowflakey, like do not cuss in our channel.
like Indian giver, and like like I said, we're all. Not you all, but we are here, redneck kicks, and we say stuff, and we don't always know what it means. But I have a short devotion on it. Oh, cool. I need a drink of water.
Kevin, how did you know who? Well, I'm not even saying that that's who it was. But how did you know?
Who you talking about, Kevin?
Or
Chuck?
not Kevin? Chuck.
Chuck was here.
Yeah, but how does he know who the person was that I was talking about?
I don't care anymore.
I don't think he knew. He was just saying that. He's just relating it to that. You were just on the same.
I'm so lost.
Hug your rainbow.
He said,
I love rainbows. I want to hug one.
we don't need another pack-a-day situation. How does he know that he was the problem before?
Because Chuck was here when it happened.
Yeah, but I didn't say who it was.
You can't move backwards.
Who caused
Talking
the
about right
issue.
now or back then?
Back then.
Yeah, because he was on here when it happened, when the actual offensiveness took place. I know the dude. Jay's mix, hear none, see none. See none, say none, hear none.
That's funny. It's not weird. That's funny. You laugh.
Go hug a rainbow. Aaron needs to go
I
hug
said
a
I
rainbow.
like rainbows.
You do that too.
If I could hug a rainbow, I could find the end of it and get that pot of gold.
That's weird because he's not.
Well, I have no intentions of meaning to offend nobody. I am the most southernest person ever.
Bless your heart.
I say things that I grew up on.
Right.
I say those things. Sometimes I have no intentions of offending nobody.
See, that's the thing. That stuff's been around so long, we don't even know it's offensive half the time. We're like, well, that's just a saying. That don't mean anything. I don't think I could pull off the man bun. I'm not cool as X.
If you have green hair, what on Caleb can
Chuck, I think you need a man bun. You're tough enough to pull it off. Kevin's typing a response. Brace yourselves, Ramona
Oh,
says.
no.
Here it comes. The moment we've all been waiting for. I still believe in the First Amendment. Amen.
We got to
brother.
get our Bibles out, Ramona, because I'm sure he's going to have scriptures
Scrippers.
to tell me how wrong I am.
You are wrong.
Friend, but he's not one of my main
You're not kidding, Sonia.
that I talk to every
Yeah, that's true.
I'm offended by everyone getting offended.
I'll tell
But
you,
that doesn't work.
you're talking to somebody who feels like everybody's out to get her.
I have friends that
Oh,
I don't
Here's
do
proof.
rainbows, no man bun.
I mean, I used to hang out with bigger girls. Like, I also had.
See, I told you. I told you feeling. Kevin was leaning that way.
Woo, Kevin! I got somebody on my side.
Mommy.
Does Kevin need our emails?
I went to party and then the cat followed me to the party.
This cat's
Oh my
silly.
goodness.
And I said, what?
What?
And then it went behind the shower.
Okay, it's okay. It knows how to get out.
So see, I mean, I think everybody's different, but
Right, it never
just
can
because
get
we
And Daddy.
are different doesn't mean that we don't love each other the same.
Daddy.
Or does it?
Mm.
Daddy. Hey,
She
Daddy.
says, oh, what, honey?
When I was going out, the kitty cat climbed my leg and made me sit down and hold it. And got in my lap.
The kitty cat climbed your leg and made you sit down?
And get in my
That's
lap.
silly, kitty. You love that kitty
And
cat.
it went asleep in my lap and I put it down.
You love that kitty cat, don't you?
Look, I got a kitty cat. Why are you saying that?
A moment in the world, lol.
I just, you know, we just, and I do, I feel the
Right,
same
that's
way. It's about conviction. We talked about that the other day, or a while back too. We said, you know, God convicts everybody differently. So because everybody's
Right.
story and path
That's
is
where
different.
you get everybody. Yeah, so it's cool.
Because if we all walked the same path and did the same thing, how would anybody, you know, learn? You know, I don't know. I just think that everybody's path is different.
Hello, Donald Brent. Welcome. He likes a sip of wine once in a while, but don't drink the whole bottle.
Can I be shoesies?
There you go, Chuck. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Wait,
it used to really bother me when she would, and I'd be like, no, don't do that. And then, you know, I'm like, well, if that's what, I mean, there are certain things that, you know, there's some leeway. I mean, I don't know how to say it, not leeway. I mean, God tells you one way or the other if it's okay for you or whatever. But there are certain things that are the same for everybody, and that's what you have to look at. You have to look at the absolute truths, and then the rest will work itself out when we all get up there.
Sure. I say all the time that we all have
Right,
our, what is
son.
that? And Kevin,
Silly,
you can tell me, Kevin. Somewhere in the Bible it talks about our rewards in heaven, like
That's your mama's favorite thing.
something like what we do here on earth, we get rewarded for in heaven for what we do, right?
Jewels in your crown, as
So-
your mama says.
So here's how I've always been taught. I've always been taught that when we go to heaven, that you know how everybody has a mansion in heaven, or so we're all gonna wear crown. We're all gonna be known for we're known as we're known. So like we're all gonna have these crowns on our heads, and depending on our life on earth depends on how many jewels we get in this in this crown, what our rubies and diamonds and all this stuff is in our crown. And I say all the time, like I'll do something and I'm like, oh, and like the other day I was at work and I mean it was bad at work, and I said, well, my crown just rolled down the hill. It just rolled down the hill and got dented and lost every jewel it had on it. So now I have to pick it up and it's tarnished. I've got to wipe it off and get it back on there. So I say those things all the time because I'm like there is nothing biblical about that. There's not, we're not going to have a crown, things like that. I just say that as reference. I say all the time.
You lay your crowns at his feet.
I say all the time, our crown, how we are, so all the time I'll do something wrong and I'm like, I just lost a jewel, or I make those jokes all the time. You better go downstairs somewhere, because the next time you scream that out, I'm going to get up and I'm going to wear you slick
They
out,
both need to
son.
go downstairs.
So
Are
I
we
suggest
fighting
you
over the
sit down
stupid game
now.
still?
No, we're fighting over.
One.
Xavier was making fun.
Two. No more. If I say three, everyone's in trouble.
And even
Why are me and Christian?
Christian, you're grounded. So did Spurgeon.
Spud.
What? You do you, boo. Yeah.
You do you, boo.
I mean, I have tattoos. Aaron does not.
That's just a personal choice though. That's nothing religious. That's just personal preference.
But they say sometimes Christians can't have tattoos or
really?
heart near temple and all this stuff.
Don't. Yeah, the temple thing.
I have tattoos.
Gotta decorate the temple. All my messages are too long and YouTube chops them off. Now, Kevin, you're gonna have to go live and sort this mess out. Kevin's gonna have to go live and preach us a sermon now.
Yeah.
At midnight. What time is it? It's gotta be almost 11.
It's almost
11:30. How long? We've been on here 2 hours.
When we talk,
I have a bunch. You have a bunch of what, Chuck? Sorry, I'm slow.
tattoos.
Tattoos. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. It's not a. I've said before I would get a tattoo if I found something I really wanted. It's just that's just personal preference. I don't know. If you want a tattoo, get you a tattoo. Now I have issues sometimes where you place them. Like you pay attention, man. I'm slow, Chuck. You know that. I'm old and senile, bro. We all have to pay attention down here. Kids are loud.
I really liked the art thing. We didn't have nothing to do. And I don't know about you guys, if you've noticed or not, I'm really passionate when it comes to talking about my faith and beliefs and things. I'm really passionate about talking to that. I'm really passionate about having debates. Not necessarily debates. I call it debates, but I like to talk about how
with your oldest son putting crap in his mouth.
How you believe and how I believe and how it all intertwines. I like those situations. I like to talk about those things.
Good night, Alex. Thank you for coming in, brother. Have a good night. Tattoos can become addictions as well. Yes, they can. Passionate. No, I didn't notice. It's hard to tell, isn't it, Chuck? She hides it so well. Kevin says Leviticus.
X, that's 3.
Uh-oh.
There should be no reason why we can't hear ourselves think over you all in there.
Hold on, Kevin. We'll get back to what you said when Mama gets done griping the boy out. Kevin says Leviticus told the Jews not to get tattoos, but that's old covenant law. Personally, he's against them, but he don't despise those that do, except Chuck. Poor Chuck. Getting picked on.
But here's where I'm going to put my input. Doesn't people... Okay, if with that one, why aren't we all polygamists? Because back in the old days, they were, right? I'm not saying I want to be. I'm just saying...
She wants a sister wife.
No, I don't. I'm just saying, like, we don't go by the old law, because the Old Testament, we don't go by the Old Testament. We go by the New Testament, correct?
Yes.
The
word tattoos in the Bible?
If we went by the
something.
Old Testament, then we would be polygamous.
She doesn't want to put it down, so she walks with it so she can see.
I couldn't handle another one of you.
Kevin, this is your turn to speak.
Okay, so
But he said that's old covenant law, so he's just saying. Oh, she's getting up.
We're too loud.
We're too loud or they're too loud?
We can't hear over here.
We can't hear you guys talking over the kids.
So I get $45 and then I don't know what this means.
Kevin must be typing a long
Here
paragraph.
goes Kevin.
Jackson, I need $45 from the bank.
A moment and the word says,
I need $45 from the bank. I'm gonna sue this bank.
Darian, we're a wild bunch around here, and it is basically always like this. I was going to say it's not always like this, but it pretty much is.
On me.
The kids are hollering in the background. We're talking about who knows what.
It hit me.
And Ramona, I think it is about personal preference. I mean, I like tattoos, and I have several.
What is your opinion, Mr. Darian? New covenant laid out by Jesus at the Last Supper. Yeah.
Rip it, Jackson.
I think if we can all just spread God's love and just share His word, we're doing okay. Like I said, the rest will work itself out when we get there.
Here. So
It means you do you, boo.
You do you, boo. Worst thing ever. Can we make t-shirts with that? Who wants a you do you, boo t-shirt?
Me.
Oh, it does use the word tattoo?
Well, we don't use that version.
Oh, ESV. Yeah, there we go. Let's talk about that. Who's... Kevin is obviously okay not using the King James Version. Who else is anybody? I know Donald is a King James only guy.
Is Kevin a King James
Not
only
Donald
guy?
Brent. Donald Blomdahl
500 back
is a King James guy.
to get a 500 because we're out of 100.
Who else is a King James only person?
Anybody?
Me.
Jackson is a King James only guy.
That's not a joke though. I am.
He's not joking though. He's serious.
Why's your phone going off? You just
Nobody's like, I don't know. I use the one that Paul uses, NASB.
What is that?
I don't know. What is that version? That's another story. NASB for Don Brent.
What is NASB?
I don't know. What is the
NASB?
Calm down.
I don't know if I've even heard of that one. The New American Standard Bible. Chuck's going to stay out. He has a very strong stance.
Well, it's okay to have a strong stance. I'm not saying anything is wrong. I'm saying that.
But remember, that's Old Testament. I used to be a KJV only from my upbringing, but I left that train of thought. Just Jesus didn't use the King James Version. You're right, Kevin, he did.
That's right.
New American Standard. Hey, I got it. Good job.
Okay.
I think I have maybe heard of that.
My only thing is, we got to make sure that the Bible, whatever Bible we're using, is using that God is God, Jesus
All right,
is
Chuck,
Jesus,
we'll take your word for it.
and that
We don't change any of the meanings.
we
Some of
change
those.
any of the meanings, because when you change that Mary was a virgin, if you put in there that she wasn't a virgin, then how in the world that takes away the whole
Deity of God.
Yeah, the whole deity of God, the whole story that God gave this gift of life to a virgin, and she gave birth to Jesus, and she was a virgin. It takes away that whole story. So
The New World Translation.
we
Yeah,
want to make sure that our Bibles don't take away the deity.
Stay away from the New World. Yeah, some of them are just out there, I think, to make money. Some of them are, I believe, are put out there to try to make it easier to understand. It's just like everything else. You got to be careful. Now we're talking about other religion.
Christian, or what is the Christian church that's down here? The Catholic.
Catholic Church. NASB is supposed to be very accurate.
I don't know if I've ever read it.
I don't think I am.
People that are males.
And my dad is like you, Kevin. He used to be all about KJV, but he is now starting to say, well,
Yes, I am.
other certain ones, you know, it's like, just about everything had different meanings.
And that's the thing, finding
you
the
just
right
have to
thing.
make
You don't
sure.
want, you got to just make sure that it doesn't take out the miracles of God.
Right.
Many boys are.
We use King James Version here. We'll just go and say. I mean, the other versions I think are good to like help people understand sometimes, like because they put it in more modern language. But I guess where I'm used to reading King James Version, like I have more trouble reading that other stuff because a lot of the words that they put in some of the versions I've read are like super complicated. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. So I think using one to help understand the other is a good strategy. But again, it's not our job to judge.
Give him 20.
They dumb it down.
Oh, yes.
It's about
Sometimes
what,
they make it more complicated. Like I was saying, they put in big old words.
You can pay him more than that if you want. That's like one of the only ones left.
Type it out one word at a time,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Do.
but
It's like
again,
this. Go
it's
live,
about
Kevin. We'll
conviction.
turn you on. We'll watch you too.
I think it's all about conviction.
Right. That could be.
If you read it and God's saying to you, no, this is wrong, then don't read it.
The new King James. That's what I'm saying. I really haven't I've only read them here, and I've never read through them all the way. Like, my first experience with new translations was when they came out and they would change Virgin Mary to a young maiden or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with that. So I'm like I said, I'm not against using them to help understand things, but the way I've read some of them, they're like even more complicated than reading the King James Version. So I've try to use them as like a study or something to help understand parts that I'm like, what does this mean? It's mostly Old Testament stuff, and they're talking about different things. And I'm like, I don't know what this means, so I get a different translation, try to look it up. But I'm not versed enough in any of them enough to give an opinion whether it's good or not. I have a New King James ESV as well, but the NASB is my favorite.
Did you pass go?
He's buying go.
And I don't even know what version that was. I first got into it. All right, Chuck, you have a good one, brother.
We're gonna have to get off too.
I gotta
It's
be up
11:30. We gotta go too. But it's been a really good live for us not to know what we were doing. I really like it.
I don't know if y'all have noticed, but a lot of our lives just break down into us talking.
Yeah.
Like, we may have a goal in the beginning, but it's always just us talking. Have the verses meaning right, and that's
I think
not
Aaron's
a bad
dad
statement.
does that too. He has all kinds that he references.
Mostly
to.
takes out these and thous. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've just the way I was brought up, and like I said, Dad is even becoming more like, well, the new translations aren't that bad. So, like I said, if you get the right one, I guess. But the first new versions that came out were changing meanings and stuff, so that's why I just kind of avoid them. How about the people that say the King James Version is the only Bible? Well, they're right, Ramona.
We're just kidding. It's like
Glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here, Darian. Thank you, sir.
we say all the
Stopping
time
by.
that. I don't know. I'm not even going to say it because it might cause a lot of
What do we say?
controversy. I'm not
Say
saying
it. Say it. Say it, boo.
But
Let
I
the
don't-
snowflakes be offended.
I don't believe that people should say that there is only one Bible.
Right.
Because how do you know that that's the Bible? How do we know that the King James Version is the only Bible?
And some people are like hardcore into it and say
It's just like
it's
saying that.
infallible and nobody made a mistake. And I don't know if it is. I mean, it's human. Humans make mistakes. I mean, God can guide you, and He may have guided them to translate it in perfection.
It'll
I
have
don't know.
to charge. Let it charge.
So I'm not a heavy stickler on it. You just
Down to what
do
Mom
have,
was
like
in
we
the
said, just be
toy.
careful
Just
on
put it
if
up
it
there.
tries to change the deity and the miracles and stuff. Had to step out. Oh, we're getting heavy in it today, Kurt, talking about the Bible and which version we should use and whether drinking and smoking are sins.
I'll go with you.
I'm going to every football game.
I don't think you would enjoy a baseball game. You would get so bored.
That's true too, Kevin.
You
That
can't
is
run
true.
around and play it.
And like I said, here's what I was going to say. It's hard for me to say one thing is right and one thing is wrong because it's like saying Baptist is the only religion that's right and Christians are wrong or
Church of
Assembly of
God,
God or Church of
Holy
God, Holiness. It's right. It's saying that their religion's wrong and my religion's right. Who's to say that? You can't say that one religion's right and one religion's wrong unless they say God is not God and He is not this way to heaven. If they say that you cannot be saved through the blood of Jesus Christ or that you're not saved by asking God in your heart, then their religion's wrong and is full of poop. To tell me that only 144 people are going to heaven and the rest of us are going, or 44,000 is going to heaven and the rest of us are going to hell, you're crazy. Don't give me that. But
They are just coming up.
other than that, you can't say one thing is right and one thing's wrong.
It's fine.
Kurt, yeah, that's what we were talking about. If committing suicide sends you to hell, I don't think any of us here believe that.
Mine is not almost dead.
Xavier,
I think that's good, Ramona. I have to have a Bible because I have dyslexia, so reading the King James Version Bible is not easy for me. It's hard for me to read that Bible. It's hard for me to understand what any of those words are. I can't, so it's easier for me to read some of the other translations to understand what's going on.
Connecticut Christian, can you freaking read?
Yeah, Kurt, as long as He's your Savior, you don't have to worry about going to hell. They don't talk about purgatory anymore. See, I don't know much about Catholic. I always thought purgatory is where you went and then your like friends and family had to pray you out. That's what they use that so. Well, you got to donate so much money so that they get to heaven and not purgatory.
You still have to accept rent.
I don't think they use the KJV in Slovakia. Well, I feel sorry for all the Slovakians then. They've got no hope. I'm just kidding. Lord, open the King of England's eyes. William Tyndale. The only sin that sends you to hell is rejecting Jesus. Amen,
Yeah,
Mr.
we
Brent.
said that,
Amen.
yeah.
Kevin, when you said that while ago about him dubbing that the inspired word of God, reminded me of that. We talked about that movie Home on here before with the alien or whatever. At one point,
Hey!
At one point in that movie, the alien, you know, there's the alien that comes to Earth, and then there's this other bad group of aliens that's chasing them down. Well, they find what they call a super chip from the bad aliens, and they're like, why is it called a super chip? And it's like, well, it's mostly marketing, but it helps this, and this. So King James was mostly marketing. You were raised Catholic, Ramona?
And by no means am I trying to offend you when I say Catholic.
She is.
I'm not.
She's like, I'm gonna signal Ramona out. I listen to the Bible on tape. That's good too. What version, Joker?
It's easier for me to reference Catholic because we have a Catholic church right at the end of the road.
Yeah. We're basically next door neighbors.
Are you fucking kidding me?
550. It's not even broken 1,000 yet.
Serious?
It's not broken 1,000 yet.
Lord, open the King of England's eyes. Does he burned at the stake for being like heretic or something? Like, why was he burned at the stake?
She's been converted. She's not
She's not
Catholic
Catholic.
anymore.
She's not offended. She's like, oh yeah, you're totally right.
950 with a hotel. I think New York is like 1,000.
I've heard that name, William Tyndale, but I don't know his story. We are in Kentucky, sir. Kentucky, USA.
Oh, I put all your money in the bank.
I gotta get these girls to bed.
Please get those girls to bed.
No,
Believe me, we talked about it too.
Mommy. Hey, Mommy.
All right, wait for Kevin's book coming through here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mommy.
What?
I went to the bathroom and I saw a cat follow me in the bathroom and I just, I'll put you back over here.
Will you go get my cup that's in there on the kitchen table?
Yep.
Mariana, Katie, take your headphones off. It's time for bed.
I'll sell my Pennsylvania.
Mr. Brent, we have not got to watch it yet.
I'll go, Mommy.
What?
The Chosen.
Mommy, can we have a snack?
I'm sure you've talked to Kevin about it. I know Kevin's a big fan. I think Chuck is a big fan.
What was that new movie?
Mommy. Mommy,
What I thought what Porter was because
Awesome.
this was in the 70s when I was
No, I don't.
heard it and I was a kid. It's like you're stuck, you're not in hell, but you're not in heaven. Yep. Yeah,
And
that's
you
what.
come back as a pig?
No, what? No, that's something completely else.
What is it where you die and come back as an animal?
That's reincarnation. That's something completely different.
Is that also Catholic, Ramona?
Yeah. Yeah, Kurt, that's kind of, purgatory was like a holding place. If you weren't bad enough to go to hell or good enough to go to heaven, then you kind of went there, and then if they prayed enough or paid enough, then you could get out and go to heaven. I mean, that's the way I understood it. I'm not deep in on it or anything, but Tyndale smuggled the Bible to England and was caught. The King of England ordered him to be burnt at the stake. 6 months later, the King James was published. In the essentials, we must have unity. In the non-essentials, we must have liberty. And in all things, we must have charity. Somebody give Kevin a round of applause.
Hey, cheers!
There you go. They're clapping for you,
There's
Kevin.
your applause.
You think they do believe that? The purgatory thing still?
No, the reincarnation.
Who believes in reincarnation?
Catholics.
Catholics believe in reincarnation? I did not know that. I thought that was like
Mommy.
Hindi or something, but I don't know.
I just asked her. She said
Okay,
yes.
I don't know. I didn't know if that's what she was talking about or something else. He smuggled the Bible to England. So the England was like all Catholic back then, right? Well said, Kevin. Well said.
28 times 2, 46. Okay, 56.
Just to play devil's advocate, Kevin, how do we know what's essential and what's not essential?
We don't play devil's advocate.
Water is essential.
Water is essential.
So is food.
Food is essential. I can't take credit for it, but it's my mantra. You can take credit for it, Kevin. We never know the difference. I would. Some of these more studied people might.
Mommy.
That'll get you
I would like to go.
All right.
2 of these.
Hey, Mommy.
Sorry for the typo. That's not a problem.
Mommy.
We can't talk right. It's okay if you can't type right.
We can pick this up tomorrow.
Maybe.
Mommy.
You can have a hotel on one and 4 houses on each of the others.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, guys, this has been fun. I had no intentions for us to go 2.5 hours, but awesome answer, Kevin. Hope you have a vision of me in a dress.
No, you can buy one at a time.
Bibster. That's a good way to end it right there. Everybody picture Bibster in a dress and hoochie earrings.
Jesus is God, essential. Adam didn't have a belly button, non-essential.
Pretty sure he did, Kevin.
Yeah, we all are made out of Jesus' image, so he obviously had a belly
How
button.
do you know God has a belly button?
Well, how do you know we don't?
I don't. I'm just saying.
How do you know Adam didn't have a belly button?
We don't. What are belly buttons for?
Umbilical cords.
Did Adam have an umbilical cord?
Mm-mm.
Then why would he have a belly
No,
button?
but
I don't
God
know.
also didn't look like a woman, though.
What?
What are we talking about?
Belly buttons.
Yeah, but you said in God's image, and that means like if God didn't have a belly button, then nobody else should have a belly button. But I
Don't
was
try
like,
to do that, dude.
That is true. If
Adam didn't have a belly button?
If Adam didn't have a, technically it would make sense if Adam didn't have a belly button because he
Didn't
wasn't
have an
born out of the
umbilical cord.
womb, so
You're
he
right.
didn't have an umbilical cord.
That would make sense.
Let me ask you this.
No, we got to go to bed. Stop
Wait,
asking.
wait.
Xavier, let's go.
So,
send him back in here, Dad.
I'm
God
talking
made
to
Adam.
Mommy.
Then he made Eve for Adam.
If you don't go, we're all going to give you
Adam and Eve had 2 sons.
Dad.
3 sons.
3 sons.
4 sons.
How many sons did they have?
3, right?
Let me
If
listen.
Adam and Eve only had sons,
How did they make more children?
Man
I
can
say
have.
that he made more after that.
Did God just put more people on the earth for them to marry,
That's
or
what
what
I-
happened?
Or
That's what I
did
think.
Eve mother all these kids?
But what Jackson was saying was,
Is this a
Mom,
severely
what
irrational-
Okay.
Mom, what?
I'm just saying. I always think about that too.
Hey,
But I just tell myself that it's because he made more people and move on with it.
Kurt, that's funny. What,
Huh?
Jackson?
I always like to think that it's he just put more people here and moved on with it because I don't like to think about the other option.
Right.
If you don't get
Mommy,
in here, we're each
I'm
gonna
trying
get half of our
Dad,
Kevin says they
We're
had
all
sons.
splitting our money in half and
I'm
getting
trying
it.
to talk.
Wait, just a minute.
Kevin says they had sons and daughters, but they only tell us about the boys.
How do you know they had daughters?
So they're still in
But either way, that's still, well, that's how they did it back then,
That's
I guess.
still.
Well, here's the
They
thing.
married their siblings.
Their
then.
children would have
He
belly
doesn't.
buttons.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to say that he had daughters for them to have daughters. You can, because like
You
there's
just
so many
assume
things it
that
doesn't
they
say.
had daughters, so then the brothers and
That could-
sisters had children?
That's how they did it.
Yeah, that's how they did it all the time back then.
And that's why we don't go by Old Testament law.
Well, we don't go by the law of the people who.
Because
even-
boys are more important. Amen, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the best thing you
That's
said
why
all
we
night.
Also, you can't follow old laws because of laws like if we followed the people who wrote the Constitution, I could own other people.
Now. Move.
But now that's been abolished, though, so you can't. So that law has been
Overridden,
unlawed.
but like
Yeah,
that
I
was technically
understand what
never
you're
a
saying.
real law.
I'm swimming.
I understand. Christian's like, I'm going home.
Christian's bored.
Don't
No.
quit Monopoly.
No, you can't quit Monopoly. We're going there. We're finishing this game until you go bankrupt and die.
You can never finish a game of
You
Monopoly.
can. I've done
We're
it
just giving
before.
him money.
All right, go. We got to sign this off. We got to get in bed. It's past Daddy's
Sign this
bedtime.
off.
Get.
Oh, it's like
All right, let me catch up here. Some people ask you what you want to come back as, Ramona.
Go.
He was created, not born. Yeah. Haven't heard anything from the incarnation.
Adam was created, not born.
Right.
Eve was was creative and not born, but they had children who.
The children would have belly buttons because they had the umbilical cord.
Yes, agreed.
That's one of those
What
things
I
I
was
don't even think
asking
about. Like,
was
does
the
that
Bible
ever-
only talks about Adam and Eve having sons. And then the earth was populated by their children. And I thought, how did that happen? Did Eve have children with her sons? But you all are telling me that this is the Old Testament and that's the way they did it.
That's not fair. Stop putting stuff in my money.
Stay in here.
I was trying to have a conversation with them.
Is it my turn? I'm going.
Yes.
These aren't my
The study of DNA proves that incest was safe for reproduction. All the chromosomes were available for safe offspring. Now it's diluted down to not enough different chromosomes, creating handicaps.
That went over my head.
Mine too, because I feel like it would be the other way around. I feel like there would be more chromosomes now because there's more people. I don't know. Maybe just, I guess all of the DNA was all there in one person and now it's been spread out. Is that what you're saying? All right, Jackson.
I'm not accepting rent from either of you. No, I don't.
This has gotten deep.
I just kept repeating, it's your money, it's your money, it's your money.
Mommy.
He's trying to give his money away.
Mommy,
I don't know. Anyways, guys, we love you all. It's 11:50 here, 11:50 p.m. We are going to have to get these kids in bed. We love you guys. We will pick this up tomorrow. If anything, hit the like button, subscribe, give us some comments for tomorrow night.
Pray for me tomorrow. Well, I mean, pray for me every day.
It does
Pray
make
for
you
us
think.
all.
Think about it. All the different races and skin colors were available in Adam's DNA. Now they're not all available to us. That's true.
Awesome time. Glad you enjoyed it, Darren. All right, Kevin, I got to ask one more question before we go since you said that.
This is why we never get
We're never
off.
going to get done with this. All of the skin colors. So, skin color is in the DNA. It's not an adaptation from those who lived out in the hot, hot sun. Because I'm not saying evolution is like we came from monkeys, but you don't think it's an adaptation, like that type of
He gave you a 50 and a 20.
evolution?
He gave you a 50 and a 20.
I don't know if that's the word evolution. I just call it adaptation.
But it's just like the foreign language and the people who we have foreign language because God created that or
Yeah.
smited that down and said, yes, this is what we're doing because we talked to each other and tried to build a Tower of Babel. Yes. We tried to build a tower to heaven. So God smited down and said, now we're going to have separate languages and separate this so we all couldn't communicate with one another.
Daddy, I'm paying.
You know, that the most impressive thing about that story, though, is that God himself says that it's possible to build a tower to heaven.
I know.
So it could have been done.
Daddy,
Does he mean like actual heaven or just like outer space?
Daddy.
What's your different versions? That's two questions. That's your homework for tonight, Kevin.
That's homework tonight. We got to go, guys. Love you all.
Go put them kids in bed. I
Peace.
gotta see if he answers.
Oh, I'm going.
Now I'm intrigued.
Love you all.
Hey, Daddy, I'm playing peekaboo with the cat.
Okay, go get in bed, baby girl. I'll come tuck you in just a minute. Did you leave, Kevin? Good night. We do thank you all for stopping in. Yeah, this has been a pretty good discussion. I've had fun. And as always, we love you guys. I don't know if Kevin left. Ramona, Kevin, y'all still here?
Yeah, you gave more than
Jackson's
what they
watching
made you.
Britland tomorrow.
Because
If he don't answer in a couple of minutes, I'll assume he's gone and we'll call it a night. But I'm just curious on. Oh, he's typing. Okay, thank you, Ramona.
You just need to wake me up.
See, this just brings up questions that you don't always think about, and you're just like, wait a minute. Now I got to know this.
You didn't.
I want to get a treat.
He will make me.
Katie don't want to go to bed.
Exactly.
Yay! Look, we got a stupid bot all of a sudden.
Alright, come on.
Darian's still here. I thank you, sir, for... What time is it over there, Darian? Are you in Germany?
Relaxing when you take him to the pool.
Or did I completely misunderstand the video? You said you were taking like a tour. I think you said you visited it, maybe?
Go, Maury.
Somebody squish that bot.
Yeah, I'm supposed to stop time.
No, the cat
to change it.
Good job. Building loans, collect $150.
Oh, okay. I'm a Florida boy living in Georgia. Different skin colors adapt to certain climates. No evolution either.
I'll be accepting $500 bills out of me for the next.
Okay, so it's in the DNA, but the conditions bring it out.
There, I just gave you one.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Accepting them for the
What
next
happened to
20
my
seconds.
other 500?
So it's like an inborn trait or whatever. Good night, Kurt. You have a good one, sir.
12.
All right, Sonia squashed the bike. Good job, Sonia. You had lived there. Okay, a long time ago.
Okay, hear me out. We
Okay.
make this here.
Well, it's
Everybody's
very
ready to be done.
interesting videos that I saw. I watched a couple of your walking around ones.
I'll buy you a
You're
boardwalk.
ready for the no egg.
Very beautiful country.
Here's what we'll do. We make all houses just $100.
Okay, awesome, Kurt. Thank you.
Sure. If you don't want to make all houses,
To be continued tomorrow. Frown.
houses cost $100.
My first bot squash. All right, Sonia. Good job. All right. We'll carry on tomorrow. We may start off somewhere else. We may jump right back into it. You never know with this. Thank you all for hanging out with us for
Where's your mate?
almost 3 hours.
Which is,
Have a good night. Everybody have a good day at work. We love you. God bless. Peace.
I just went.
Alright, so X, you go.
Okay, I want to buy a house.
I may have to get Mari to stop for me.
I want to put it on boardwalk.
Yep, I'm
You can't
flipping
do
the
that.
video. Mari, in this
Just
live.
houses cost less.
Good night, everybody.
Give me a house.
It's a cartoon character, Joe Biden. Well, I can't wait for that. Mari, in the stream. Say good night.
Good night, everybody. I'm ready to go to bed, but Jackson won't let me.